Did you miss us? Because we missed you. Welcome back to Tales from Beyond Crow Lane. It's been so long, but we are so excited to be back. We're going to start the same way we always do, with introductions. Hello, I am the shell of the human man, formerly referred to as Reed. You can find me on TikTok and Hive at DND5E, on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr at Snail5E, and on Twitch at The Gamer Snail. I'm going to pass it over to Mara.
Hello everyone, my name is Ruby Crowcult. You can find me on the internet at College of Lore Dropout or Lore Dropout. Yeah. Stop
Great.
looking at me.
Thank you, Ruby Crowcult. Passing it over to Diana.
Hi, my name is Rose Crowcolt, baddest bitch alive. You can find me most places at Sapphic Stregonona or just Sapphic Strega on the Bluebird app, and I am here, I'm queer, I have a birch beer. So, you know, we're slaying today.
Love it. Thank you so much, Diana. Passing it over to Jess.
Hello, I'm Reva Crowcult, and I support small businesses. I'm also that bitch and world's #1 mom. You can find me on the internet at Seriously. That's it.
Thank you. Passing it over to TT.
Hello, I'm TT. You can find me, or Nadette. I got so distracted by I ruined it. I'm Nadette Crowcolt. You can find me breasting boobly at TT Brat on virtually everything.
I love it. Please continue to breast boobly in your own special way. Passing it over to Bree.
Hi, I am Rodella Crowcolt. I'm keeping the rest of my crew from getting scurvy. Let's see. Happy Trans Day of Visibility, everyone. Belated. I will spend the rest of my time being invisible. So, yeah.
Thank you, Bree. And last but certainly not least, James.
Hi everyone, I'm Tana fucking Crowcolt. You can find me on TikTok at Nice1James and Twitter and Instagram at TTRPGay, but in a much realer sense, what the fuck do you want from me? Don't look for me. Leave me alone.
April Fools! I know we didn't have a stream yesterday, and I know that this wasn't intended to be an April Fool's bit, but it is now. Haha! Gotcha! Welcome to Crow Lane. You gotta stay on your toes. You never know what's gonna happen next. But I know what's gonna happen next, and what's gonna happen next are announcements, which is what we always do. There's no Starfarers this week, or the week after, and we're really sad about it, but in 3 weeks, there will be more. So you've got extra time to catch up on everything that you may have missed from Tales from the Heart Starfarers. But exciting news, you can join us this upcoming weekend for the next episode of Tales from the Starlight Ocean. Yeah, I miss our gay little space pirates so much, and they'll be back. And then on Sunday, you can join us for a special Easter Sunday episode of Tales from Beyond Crow Lane, because I asked everybody if they were free on Easter Sunday, and the majority of them said yes. So I don't know if you have plans, but if you don't, come hang out with us, because we're your family, and maybe someone will rise. Dun dun dun!
Hey, that sounded sexual. I just
What?
need you to know that. Thank you.
No, like rise, like ascend, like
Okay.
Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was a Jesus joke. Did it not
Okay.
land?
No, I just,
Totally did.
you
I
know,
was
it's
a big
this group of
fan.
people, so it did come across a little horny. But
Okay.
I was good. It was a
Not-
good joke.
This
Okay.
group of people who are all not busy on Easter Sunday, so, you know.
Horny on Micro Lane? No.
Hey guys, I love this little fucked up family so much, don't you?
I do.
Great. And sometimes I think to myself, oh wow, all I want to do is learn more about this fucked up little family. Don't you guys?
Yeah.
And if I wanted to do that, I would hop on over to patreon.com/Starfreeze I would hop on over to patreon.com/Starlight Tales. We're at the $5 tier or above. you too can get over 30 pages of lore about the Crowcult family. We're talking history. We're talking current. We're talking future. We're talking every fucking tense, besties. So go wander on over to patreon.com/Starlight Tales and just become extra normal with us, because that's what we are. You know the places that you can find us: Twitter, Starlight Tales _, TikTok, Starlight Tales _, YouTube, Starlight Tales _. We've got merch, we've got gays. Are we ready to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, we're gonna pass it over to the intro and we'll be right back. See you in a bit. On the last episode of Tales from Beyond Crow Lane, many things happened. Out in the void of space, Riva, Ruby, and Ward began their journey, destination still unknown. Riva began to conversate with the crown that is seemingly permanently stuck to her head, also known as Ithios, and tried to convince the god to begin to gather their followers on the planet of Gloomwild. Now, the god said, in return, I'd like you to take off the captain's hat that you're wearing on your head that is stopping people from seeing me. Riva said no. The god didn't take that as an answer, and the two of them had a little bit of a fight about it, leaving Riva covered in her own blood with 1 hit point. Back on the planet of Dorithium, the family that has been left behind began to formulate a plan as to what to do to try and save their matriarch and Ruby, who was dragged along with them. This plan involved getting Tennant's boat ready, heightening security on Dorithium, having Mario come babysit the house, and having Chaser and Cassandra come babysit the babies. But not before the party that was on the planet left. Rose and Nadette were able to cast legend lore on Ithios, and Rose decided to have a little conversation with the god in question, resulting in a little bit of extra power headed her way. Back in the void of space, Riva, finally agreeing to take the hat off, came to, back at full HP, blood gone, just in time for a little visitor to come say hello. Captain Fleeplool from the Underdark came and visited in his little mechanical beholder, and thanks to Ward, Riva and Captain Fleeplool were able to have a conversation. Rose and Tennant said goodbye to the kids and the baby. Nadette said goodbye to Sam. And following a location that was texted to Rodella from Ruby, the group began to head off in Tennant's boat into the void. Now, as we mentioned last episode, to travel from planet to planet, specifically in the shadow system, in the void, it takes about 3 hours. I would say that Riva, Ruby, and Ward are about 2.5 hours ahead of the rest of the family. However, Tennant, you are able to make a decision. If you would like to drive recklessly, you can speed up the travel time and cut it in an amount that I will find in 2 seconds. You will be able to subtract 20% of your travel time in order to get there quicker. However, something might happen. Or you can travel at a normal pace and get there in 3 hours. What are you thinking, Jess?
I mean, does Tenant Crowcolt ever drive not recklessly? That's my question.
Great, incredible. So, if you could go ahead, please, and roll me a d12. On a 1,
Oh no.
something will go wrong.
Well, I don't have one of those.
Do I have one of those? I don't know what a D12 looks
Yes,
like.
we have one. We have one. We're all good. That's a 3. We're all good.
Okay. So instead of 3 hours, it's going to take you about a little under 2.5. So with everybody on the ship, you can start heading off in the direction of the, I'm not going to call it a distress signal, but I don't have a better thing to call it. So you can start heading off in the direction of the distress signal. Talk to me about this boat, Jess. What does this boat look like? What's the layout?
Okay, so this is Tennant's own boat the boat that they spent 7 weeks with, not yet quite wife, very many years ago. So technically, it's only really got like the captain's quarters and maybe like some bad sleeping quarters, but I think in the years since then, in the decades since then, it has been updated a little bit just for guests and stuff, so can comfortably sleep like 2 to 3 people. It's made of like this dark burnished wood that's kind of like, it looks black at first glance, but kind of has that like cherry colored sheen whenever the light hits it. Very steampunk-esque in nature. It's definitely like been something that Tennant has built and repaired solely themselves over the years, has not hired anyone to help him like maintain it ever. This is his pride and joy, and so, you know, there's some like scraping and screeching sometimes in the dead of the night, but that's fine. They all mean something. It's all fine. And yeah, it's just a wicked, mean, grumpy looking little guy of a boat. Much like its owner.
Great. You know that saying about how like pets look like their owners? It's very that.
Yeah.
So Tennant, you are at the helm, I am presuming. Rose, Nadette, Rodella, where are you?
I think they probably all kind of like have an understanding of where they fall when they're on either Tennant's ship or another ship, as far as like what their duties are and what they need to kind of accomplish. And so I think they probably all fall into kind of that little dance of navigating around each other and doing what they need to help Tennant. But they're a well-oiled machine.
Rose, Nadette?
I think Rose kind of stands at like the back of the ship watching for a really long time until like Dorithium and Crowlane are like not even a speck. They're just gone. And then I would ironically like to go and find my close good sister Nadette.
Great. Nadette, where are you?
I think Nadette is rifling through the like captain's quarters, just seeing if anything interesting is in there.
Make an investigation check.
Please find his diary. Please find his diary. I'm
it's
begging.
Pretty good. It's a 14 plus 4, so 18.
Jeff, what does an 18 on an investigation check let Nadette find in your captain's quarters?
Oh my god, what? I was fixing the mic. You're doing what?
I'm rifling around in your stuff.
You little... Okay, what does an 18 get you? Probably, like, a bunch of, like, mechanical bits and pieces that are used for, like, building guns. I think that's... Tennant doesn't own a Rubik's Cube. Tennant just builds and takes apart guns.
That's so healthy.
Yeah. yeah, you probably find like, I don't know. I think because the ship was kind of not ransacked, but like cleared out from like the last mission and cleaned and put back together again. There's not anything like particularly interesting or juicy. I don't know. I don't think Tannen keeps a fucking diary. I'm sorry to disappoint. But yeah, probably just like a bunch of like old bits and bobs that look like they might have once belonged to a gun, and some old clothes, and
Perfect.
that's about it.
Great. That's what you find it at. And then Rose, you find.
Yeah. I think Rose. So this is a fairly small ship, and I feel like Rose like knows they could have looked anywhere else for Nadette, or probably went, they're snooping, and went off to the captain's quarters and kind of just walked in, and you can see like the beginnings of frost kind of forming at like her hairline. Hi.
Kind of like slams the drawer shut really close. Hey, how's it going?
Hi. I'm not. You can snoop. I'm not judging.
Okay, cool.
Did you?
Pull the drawer back open.
Yeah. I don't. Okay. Hey. Did you by any chance like pack anything of the alcohol variety?
It's like you don't even know me, and I'm just gonna
No, that's why I came to ask you. Yeah.
like how people would pull like crossed battle axes off their back, just like pulls 2 full jugs. It's just like, yeah, I'm always packing.
Can I have?
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
Kind of take it and just sit on the bed and just. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna implode. I don't know if you want to
talk about it, or do you want to drink about it?
I think I want to drink about it. I think I
Great.
actually very much want to drink about it.
All right. He doesn't really have any cups in here, so I think we just.
Rose is
go
already
for it,
like
right?
uncorking
Yeah,
this bottle
alright.
out of pure willpower. I'm just gonna start drinking. Oh, did you need help with that one? I can.
Oh, I've got it.
Okay, great. Thank you. Was there anything you were looking for in here, by the way? I can probably.
No, I was just seeing if there was any interesting things. It's just a lot of like little scrap bits of stuff that I'm sure are
Yeah.
important in some capacity, but I don't care enough to find out.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Right. Okay. Well, are you also gonna get drunk? Because I'm gonna sit in here and get drunk until I can't walk.
How many times
So-
do I have to tell you? I'm going
Okay.
wherever you are. I'm doing whatever you're doing.
Just gonna like lift the bottle up and hold it out to you and like a cheers.
It'll be like a little like girls' night, but just for us.
Right. Girls' night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people start girls' night by leaving their children behind on a planet for
Girls' trip.
Great.
Girls'
Girls'
trip.
Girls' trip.
Yeah.
Practically vacation. Really.
Exactly. Really, if
Mhm.
you think about it, yeah. Nothing at all wrong on the horizon.
Nope.
Not even one.
Great. I'm just gonna start fucking downing
Yep.
this thing.
Yep.
Like literally just chugging it.
Perfect. No doubt. Do the same.
Nice. We'll just be in here drinking. You guys do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah. We're
Great.
chilling.
Anything else anyone on this ship would like to do?
I think Tannen's just at the helm of the ship, like checking in mentally with, I know he just parked it yesterday, so it was kind of checking in mentally to be like, sorry, we're off again.
Oh yeah. Go ahead
This ship is
and
grumpy.
Oh, okay.
There's
Great,
actually
great,
no
great.
rolling. It's the only thing that
Great.
works.
So in your head you hear, ugh, I mean, like, I would have liked a longer nap, but it's fine.
Yeah, wouldn't we all?
Yeah. You seem especially chipper today.
So do you.
I'm so excited to be back out in the void.
Try that again.
I'm so excited to be back out in the void.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not. I'm fucking not.
Where are we going?
On a wild goose chase. Do you know what that is?
No.
Well, guess you'll find out.
Great.
Great.
Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
6 and a 4, so 10.
Great. So just so you know, after 10 days, the ship is going to force you to take a break.
Great.
This is how the grumpy temperament works. It will turn its engines off after 10 days and will not move for 8 hours until it's rested. So just be aware of that.
Cool.
You gotta, yeah. Okay, great.
If I rest it for 8 hours before then
the count will start over.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, anybody... Tenant, what's your ship name?
James, what's the ship's name again?
Is it the one that we talked about like a million years
Yeah.
ago? The Emerald Rose.
There you go.
Great. If no one else on the Emerald Rose would like to do anything, we will go back and check in with our other ship friends. Yes, Rodella.
The pause. I'm TT, remember?
Yeah. TT the human guy, yeah. My favorite character in Crowlane.
I think we don't have to do this like right now, but I think at some point Rodella's going to mosey up to Tenant.
Sure, we can do that before we switch. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
At what point in the journey do you think? How much time has passed?
I think enough that, things have settled. They're like going smoothly, and Tenant has had a minute to get everything done that he needs to.
I think you find Tenant like sat on the bowsprit, the thing that like shoots off the front, like not behind the wheel, but like a little
dangling
kid.
on
dangling off a tree
perch.
branch. Yeah, it's very Ruby-esque actually.
Yeah, I think Rodella comes over and just safe. Okay. How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
Rodella kind of like leans against the edge, so she's a little closer, and looks at you, and I think she's been, ever since the conversation we had the other day that didn't end very well, and all the chaos that's ensued after. I think Rodella's been kind of avoiding interacting with you, and both kind of out of a deep sense of shame and just trying to not invade your space. But I think at this point, with them on their way and everything settled, she's finally like, okay, big boy pants, and comes over to talk to you. But so I think she'll just kind of, very testing the waters, just say, we didn't really have a chance to speak after you came back, and I just wanted to know how it went.
I think there's like a long pause, and then he kind of like scrubs his face. Yeah. I found some kind of high-level wizard like on the other side of the galaxy. She was in a bubble. No, literally a bubble, because she had some kind of magical disease, fever, I don't know. Asked me to get some spell components for her in exchange for finding out who could have been responsible for the dreams and shit that we were having last year, because it sounded like a wizard thing. So I don't know. Not saying that all wizards know each other, I'm just saying maybe the high level ones do. But anyway, I've sent it off to her, and that bit's done. So
Well, I wasn't really asking for a debrief, Tenant.
okay, well, you could have stopped me a bit earlier then.
You seemed very intent. I wanted to know how you're doing.
Just kind of slowly looks at you with like like a raised eyebrow and just doesn't say anything.
I haven't. You were really upset, and I Wanted to know if anything happened while you were away.
Yeah, I got attacked.
What do you mean you got attacked?
Did you? Okay. Sorry, I thought it's fine. It was just.
What do you mean you got attacked?
I got fucking stabbed, alright?
You what?
Night before I came home. That's why I was late.
Rodella immediately, almost like half climbing onto this thing with you, like just kind of like reaches out to you.
I think he like wobbles like, whoa, hey,
Come here, come here.
Leave me alone.
Where?
What do you mean where? I'm fine.
Tenant.
Mom.
What happened? Who was it?
I don't know. Do we ever fucking know?
Rodella is shaking.
Look, I'm fine. Look at me. I'm not dead yet. Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't know. It's not your fault. Are you alright? Is everything alright? Were they able to... Did Rose heal you
Yeah.
properly?
You questioning my wife's healing abilities? I've had worse. It's all good.
I think at this point, Rodella looks like she just so many emotions go across her face, and I think this is the most open you've seen her expression in a while. And there's something just kind of sitting on the tip of her tongue. And she's looking at you with these kind of like almost like pleading eyes. And after these kind of expressions settle and she kind of like calms for a minute, she unsticks her tongue from the roof of her mouth and just kind of says, "I'm sorry. You shouldn't have been out there. At least not without someone else." You shouldn't have been out there.
Look, Mum, no offense, it's a bit late in the day to start worrying about me going off by myself. It's not the first time I've been hurt whilst on a mission. It's not the last. It won't be the last mission I do alone. And, fine, I appreciate the concern, but it's just, you can't just keep changing your moral direction. I know you're worried about Mum. She'll be fine, she always is.
I wasn't talking about Reva. I wasn't thinking about Reva in this moment.
Okay.
I hope it doesn't come as a shock, but I do think about the rest of you.
I know. I know.
I think Rodella doesn't know what to say in this moment because she let you go on that boat. She let you leave. So I think she kind of like stands up and straightens her shirt and just...
Look. I have kids. I know that, as much as they are our priority, sometimes it doesn't look like that from the outside.
You're being very gracious.
Yeah, well, I've only got 2 mums in it. I know that's one more than most, but... Has anyone checked in on Ruby? Because I'm aware that Nadette and Rose are probably going through my shit at the minute, and you're being weird with me here.
I mean, I don't know if she'd respond even if we did. And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out her phone and stops and is staring down at the notification from Ruby.
Have you already just seen this? Okay.
We haven't bothered checking.
Yeah, okay.
We're flying blind right now.
Just hand immediately goes out for your phone.
She immediately hands it over.
Oh, fucking... When was this?
I don't know.
Starts looking out at the horizon and, like, just throws the phone back at you and starts, like, fucking spinning the wheel and, like, redirecting. This is where the reckless part kicks in.
Rose and Nadette, will you both please make me dexterity saving throws to avoid falling and spilling drinks all over yourself as the ship lurches in a different direction?
Oh my god, that's a million. Will a 28 do it for you?
Yeah.
How about a 25 from me?
Hell
You
yeah!
both- the ship begins to like whip around, and the both of you, like you're almost on a surfboard, like immediately steady yourself, and you like make eye contact with each other. And then you can keep drinking.
Is there like a,
Sorry!
porthole in here that I can just like open and yell out of?
Sure.
I use it. Anyone who's looking in the direction sees like the porthole attendant sort of crack a little bit and goes, "Hey, we've got drinks in here. Be careful. Thank you."
What?
Drinks?
What? Who fucking packed drink?
And let's check in with Ruby, shall we? We will head back on over to the other boat where Riva and the guest are sitting and I think having tea, if I remember correctly. And Ruby and Ward are just kind of awkwardly standing to the side watching this happen. We're about a half hour from Gloomwild at this point. What would you guys like to do?
I think Ruby is just still like sitting next to Ward, arms crossed, like kind of her gaze just keeps flicking back and forth between Riva and the other captain, just trying to like, she can't understand what they're saying, but is kind of trying to like read their body language and read the tone of their voice as much as she can, while also kind of like keeping an eye on Ward and trying to see if Ward has any particular reaction to the things that they're saying.
Sure. Riva?
I think as we're a half hour away from the Gloom Wild, I think Riva, I think I like get up as like the tea starts to cool. Captain Fleetpool, it's been lovely meeting you and chatting. I'm sure you must return to your own ship as before we arrive. Um, but I would love for you to gather those of similar mind as ourselves. I would love to meet everyone.
Sure. Anything for you, chosen one.
I'm going to offer a hand, and I think I'm going to lead them off of my ship.
Yeah. Very graciously, he'll take it, kind of look back at Ruby. Sorry, just my coat.
I can't understand this guy.
Looks over at Riva.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna walk over and pick up his coat. And can I do a quick sleight of hand? I
Sure,
just
what are you
wanna see
trying to
if there's
do?
anything in there, but I also want to leave a little something of mine in there.
Sure. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
I'm like, I forgot how good it feels to roll a dice.
It's been so long.
I know, it's been a while. That's only a 12.
Only a 12. Let's see, how attentive is Captain Fleetpool today? Not at all, yeah. What are you trying to put in there?
I think for me, I'm just thinking maybe just one of the rings on my hand. Something non-magical, something that's very distinctly mine though.
Yeah, you can do that. You reach into the pocket. There's like a couple of loose coins. There is like some cool rocks. You can't see them, but you feel them, and they feel funky, and like the texture's fun. The other pocket, there is like a crumpled up piece of paper that you can kind of peek in and see as a map to get from Merc Hollow to Gloomwild. And yeah, that's what you find.
Okay, then I just slip an artifact of mine into the coat pocket, and I offer this captain his coat.
He'll slide it on and kind of adjust it, and then look at you and just very gently nod his head in your direction.
Captain, thank you for gracing this honest Crowcolt with your presence.
He will be seeing
then-
you soon.
And as the captain leaves, I look over to Ruby, and I look over to Ward. And with my eyes lingering on the thing wearing my dead sister's face, I say, "Thank you for your help. Let me make a fresh pot of coffee, and let's chat. I'll tell you everything the captain had to say." And then I gesture to Ward to take a seat, and then I'm also gonna gesture to Ruby. And I think I want to be a little bit I want to do this in a way that Ward doesn't see.
Sure.
And I want to convey, on my signal, I want to switch to Crow's Can.
Make me a performance check to communicate this to your child, and then Diana will make an insight check. The DC will be lowered depending on how high your performance check is.
Okay. That's an 18.
Great. Diana?
There's a 7. I did a bad job.
Okay, you get the sense that your mom is trying to communicate something to you. You're just not entirely sure what.
I think I already was thinking about starting to say something to Riva in Crow's Cant, so I think that just on instant, kind of with a sidelong glance toward in Crow's Cant will be like, What, do you need something?
I want to test something. I think I respond back in Crow's Camp.
Just a question. I forget
Mhm.
if we've decided this. So, we've decided Thieves' Cant is talking about the weather, right? What does
Right.
Crow's Cant sound like to somebody who doesn't know what the secret meanings behind the words are?
I think it's gonna sound like a very inane conversation in common is what I'm trying to like figure out.
But about like what
Yeah.
topic,
I'm assuming like random niceties, like about the weather, how we're doing,
Great,
about like dinner plans, about
great.
just the most inane small talk.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Ruby will kind of give a quick nod and just be like, all right, lead the way. And we'll sit in the chair and kind of lean back.
I think I bring over like a freshly brewed pot of coffee and I'm gonna pour a mug for Ward and pour a mug for Ruby. I'm gonna look over at them. Thank you for your help with translating and also for casting that little bit of magic.
Sure. Figured it would be easier for the two of you to have your own conversation and for me to have to be the go-between.
So, question for you. Are there any other magics or gifts? Or could you tell me a little bit more about this little gift that Zirian has given you?
It allows me to understand all languages. It's both in writing and in speech.
Does it also extend to ciphers and codes?
Not necessarily.
And at this moment, I'm going to switch to Crow's Cant. Have you tried? When I speak in this way, do you understand me?
I don't know what we're eating for dinner.
To like bite back a little grin.
Um, and I think in this moment, Ruby, I think you would see a little bit of a. Riva looks crestfallen for a moment. Very well. Again, thank you. As you have asked, I shall refer to you as Ward. And I think, um, Riva looks over to Ruby. And like in Crow's Cant just says, um, and I think she relays the contents of the conversation with the captain of Fleetpool. And at the very end of that conversation, I think she includes, there's more than just the three of us on this ship. There's a fourth, and we must be careful.
A fourth. Do we have a stowaway?
Something of the sort.
Right.
I need you to trust me. Even when things don't seem like the way they should be. I will do my best to protect you from our little stowaway.
How am I to protect you from them?
I don't need protecting.
She like kind of half opens her mouth like she's about to say something and then bites her tongue and just takes a long sip of coffee. All right.
Riva, might I ask you a question?
What happens if I say no?
I might ask it anyway. You don't have to answer.
I think Riva leans back. Go ahead.
Eyes flickering between your eyes and the crown on your head. How does it feel?
I felt better.
I figured. If you excuse me. She gets up and will walk to a different part of the ship.
What do you mean by that?
She's referring to our stowaway.
Oh. All right. You know, if you'd clued me in sooner, I could have helped.
I wanted to protect you all from this. My mistakes are mine to address.
Right. That's worked so well for us before.
Thank you for your help with this captain, our new guest. I expect there will be many more who will join us. I promise you won't have to take any more coats.
Yeah, imagine that you brought me along to be, you know, more than a valet. So, is there gonna be a point to all this? Meeting
there
with one of
really?
them, I understand. But gathering that many of them in one place when we don't really know what they want, they'd outnumber us. I'm a good shot, I'm not that good.
I think to that, like, Reva smiles. I think you should give yourself more credit. But
Give myself as much credit as I can. I can really only do 2 every 6 seconds, so...
the funny thing about sheep is how easy it is to guide a flock with one herd dog. Herd dog and a shepherd can take a flock many places. And I think it is time to bring this flock to the butcher.
Just want to make sure we're gonna make it there since you've invited the wolf in.
The wolf has always been here.
Like, you've made your choice.
Do you have something else to say?
You know me, Mum. Not much of a talker.
Do you think what I'm doing is wrong?
I don't know. I think what you're doing is very dangerous.
There has never been a moment in my life that has not been full of danger.
I know the
And
feeling.
do you know?
You put a weapon in my hand before I lost all my baby teeth. Yeah. I've always felt it.
I gave you a weapon in your hands, and you took it. And that is there to keep you safe. I would much rather you be a dog than a sheep.
Kind of just takes a big deep breath, and I think this whole conversation has been like meeting Riva's gaze, but finally kind of like breaks it and just looks off into the astral for a little bit. Yeah, there are a lot of other things I would have preferred to be. And it's gonna just kind of get up and take her cup and take Ward's cup, because apparently, you know, she's a valet now. And we'll just say, let me know if you need anything else. And we'll take them to fucking, I don't know if we have a kitchenette, but I don't know what the deal is, but it's just gonna leave the table and leave for a little bit.
In the distance, you can see the planet of Gloomwild getting ever closer. These two large masses of land that are separated by this coiling river. From your position in space, the river almost looks like it's silver and sparkly, like it's a snake that has just shed its skin. And now my question for you, Riva. Which kingdom are we docking in? We've got the Kingdom of Hemlock, which is more focused on innovation and arcane study and magic. This is where the Academy of Wicked Arts is. This is where the Van Rot's castle are. This is where the Gloomguard can be found, which are kind of like the militaristic force of the Van Rot family. Or Nightshade, which is our classic dingy crime city, where you can find pirates and mercenaries, with the Sinful Siren, which is a very famous, well-known tavern, the Eclipse Company, which is that mercenary guild that you have quite the relationship with, and Bastard Alley, which is kind of the home of all of these sorts of crime organizations across the galaxy. Which half of the planet are you heading to?
I think, man, as much as it would be great to do some legit above board business first, I think Riva would love a drink, and that's the best place to get a drink might be in Nightshade.
Sure. So you can start steering yourself towards the docks of Nightshade. These docks are large, but I wouldn't necessarily call them well kept or beautiful. There are pirate ships that are kind of crammed in at all angles, some of them large and multi-stories with colorful flags hanging, people swinging from ropes and yelling at each other, jumping from ship to ship. And there is one ship that kind of, for lack of a better term, eclipses the rest of the ships on this dock. And you would know this to be the Sinful Siren, because it is painted in this beautiful like blue teal color on the side of the ship, and like this beautiful cursive font that almost seems too pretty for the ship that it's painted on. There are people coming in and out of it. There are some people who are like on the deck watching ships coming and going, clinking tankards of overflowing ale together that's spilling on the ground. There is like a bar fight happening on one end of the ship, and you can see people like walking in and out of the many doors and the many rooms that this ship has. You can bring your ship to dock, and at any point of the ship of the docks that you can find a space. However, as soon as people get a glimpse of you at the helm, they do their best to make space for you. And it's a feeling that you haven't felt in a while. The people of Dorithium know you and to an extent fear you, but they see you often. The shock of seeing Riva Crowcolt is one that does not scare them as much as it might somebody who's only really heard your name in whispers, who's only ever really heard the stories of the things that your family, with you at the helm, are capable of. And so you command respect, attention, and space as ships push even closer together, as if it was even possible to make a space for you to dock.
I think I take all of this in and just like it fills Riva with like warmth and comfort, the familiar smells, the clanging of coin. I think it's the debauchery and the seeing people like vomiting from one of like the upper decks, and just like there's a moment where in the chaos of everything that has been happening, like Riva feels at home in a way that she would not like to fully admit.
How are you feeling? I want to check in with Ruby as well as we're coming to dock, and then we'll come back to Riva.
Yeah, I think Ruby kind of like comes up to the side of the ship and is just like watching as they approach, with just like, I don't know, like there's no forests here, there's no nature, like that sucks so bad. So I think she kind of like looks out over it with this like almost like looking down her nose at it a little bit, and it's just like, oh god, it's filthier than last time.
Isn't it lovely?
That's a word for it, sure.
Come on. The night air, the debauchery. You know, when your mother and I were younger, we used to have a bet.
Is this story gonna end in something that is gonna make me want to wash my ears out with bleach?
No, it's nothing like that. Well, something like that. We'd each walk onto the piers with a copper penny in our pockets. And whoever came out at the end of 24 hours with the most coin in hand would get a little prize. Would you like to make a wager?
Sure. What are we betting?
I think in my stash, there's a lovely set of rubies. That, maybe a new bow, your own ship.
You listed gems, which I really couldn't care less about, a replacement for something that I already have, and a boat to take me away from the home that I never leave.
Oh my god.
You can do better.
What is it that you would like?
I don't know. I don't know, do my dishes for the next month.
That's it.
Yeah, more or less. What would I want that I don't really have?
You can have the world, darling. And you want me to do your dishes.
Ruby, like she's like kind of half smiling through this conversation, but there is almost this like a little bit of sadness that creeps into it as just like the words that she is never going to speak, which is just like, you know, she's getting what she wants, which is time with her mom. Like we've already got an entire planet, so it's a world in a sense.
Okay. So if you win, I'll do your dishes for an entire month. And if I win, I want you to let me know what it is you really want. Deal?
You're on.
I think
Be careful,
Riva-
though, have it out of practice.
watch your tongue, young blood. And I think Riva offers a hand
Mm-hmm. You take
and
it.
then slip a penny into your fingers. And then stroll up on the docks.
Sure.
I also look behind my shoulders, like Ward.
Ward, who's been kind of sitting off in the corner looking out at the city. Yes. Riva.
Keep your wallet tight. Are you coming?
Sure. Yeah, I'll come.
Good. And I whisper to Ruby. She's my mark.
She's a pretty, I don't know, godly person. Aren't they supposed to not have many material possessions? So good luck with that one.
And then I think with a smirk, I think Riva with the distinctive boots just click the clacks down.
And we're gonna stay here following Riva. Go ahead and make me an intimidation check.
As much as Riva is like kind of enjoying this, Ruby has very much like pulled her hood up and is just like kind of Riva's silent
Trying to-
ghost just
Yeah.
moving behind her. Yeah.
Almost like a shadow, yeah. Gotcha.
Mhm.
I'm going to be even more ostentatious. I think it's going to be a 22.
Great. You walk and people clear the way for you. You don't have to say anything. People are scrambling out of your way so that you have a clear shot from your boat to the sinful siren. And it's not like the activity stops, right? I don't think the activity of Nightshade ever really stops. I think there are always people who are up and getting up to something shady, but it's almost as if like somebody turns the volume down on it all, right? This hustle and bustle almost lowers a little bit and picks right back up as soon as you've walked past, right? People will be like swinging on a rope and they'll come to land, watch you pass their ship. And as soon as your back is past them, they'll keep on going to what they were doing before. You make it, yes.
Can
Diana.
I take advantage of the fact that all eyes are on Riva and try to start picking some pockets as we go?
Oh my gosh, you
I don't want to do my
absolutely
dishes.
can. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check with advantage because Riva is commanding all of this attention.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, that's good. That's a 27.
Great.
Yeah.
There is a half-orc pirate with this like green skin that is almost like a gradient of blue that travels up their face. And they've got this like mullet type hair happening, but this side is shaved. this like long navy coat and this like white billowy shirt, so many earrings up and down their ears, and this like gold chain that's just dangling out of their pocket, begging you to
It's
try and
just-
take it from
It's
them.
calling my name, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think Riva makes like an ostentatious gesture and like tries to like, distract this
Sure.
yeah.
Sure,
While this is
yeah.
happening, I'm gonna chat, like whisper over to Ward. Now watch this. Pay attention to the hand. See how she moves right there, unclips that clasp, a little tweak of the finger, and it's off just like that.
And Diana, you
Yeah.
managed to steal this person's coin purse. There is 50 gold pieces in there.
Fantastic. Can I also try to take one of their earrings? Because I think it would be just so fun to come back wearing one of their earrings.
How are you trying to do this?
Oh, that's such a good question.
If you can give me a convincing answer, then yes, but if you can't, then no.
I'm gonna think of something in like an hour and be so mad at myself. I can't think of anything. That's okay. I'll just take the
It's
coin
okay.
first. That's
All
fine.
right.
There's something I think in this moment. I want to like make a commotion to get this person to like look behind them to the right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like stomp on like one of the boards and then like toss a coin on the end of it so that the board sort of launches the coin in the air and it like lands in a gutter behind this person.
Sure.
I want a very
yeah.
distinctive like clatter of money sound.
Great. This person's head whips around. Diana, make me one more sleight of hand check.
Is it flat or again?
Flat.
Or okay. Fair enough. Okay, that's a 18.
Yeah, you're able to. There's like one that is dangly and it doesn't have an earring back on it, and you're able to just pop it out of their ear.
And just and then
Right.
rejoin the others.
You make it to the sinful siren, and standing on like the deck, leaning over the railing, you see a bugbear who is large, covered in like black steel armor and this flowing blue cape. Skin is like this medium brown. He's got these they've got these two ears that point up, and they're very long and very thin, and this smattering of like hair that was once dark brown that's now going gray, this very full dark brown beard, again with hints of gray throughout, and these two tusks that kind of pop out. You would know this as Corsair, who uses they them pronouns, who is the one of the owners of the Sinful Sirens, who looks down at you and goes, "Riva Crowcolts, as I live and breathe, welcome back to Catacomb."
Corsair, my love, I am glad you are alive and breathing. And I think Riva goes in to scoop and just like, just gives a big warm. Can I get a bugbear hug?
This is like a big bugbear. Like, I'm telling you, like probably the size of like 3 Riva Crowcolts put together. Like, this is a large person, wraps you up in a hug, very intently putting hands on your back so that you know that like they're not trying to pickpocket you, because like that's not the type of person that they are. They look at you, they go, "Come on in, I've got a drink with your name on it if you want it."
Lovely, I will gladly partake.
Great. Out of the way, everybody! And I mean, they don't even have to say anything, right? People are already parting the way to let you get in to the inner part of the ship where the bar is. Fun fact about the Sinful Siren, the drinks here are named after people who have done notorious acts of crime in the city. However, notorious acts of crime for the greater good, right? Not crimes that are for personal vengeance or personal vendettas, but crime against people who just fucking suck, right? And so there's like a list written very gingerly on a chalkboard, very much with like the care and intent that you would write the name of somebody that you revere. You see names like like Jim Stevens, and it's like a bottle of like a cup of gin that has lime squeezed over top of it and is scattered with like fresh lilac. You see names like Christina Murphy, and that drink is this like vodka drink that's mixed with strawberries and pomegranates, and it's made a little bit magically so that it fizzes and it literally bubbles in your hand. And these types of drinks that memorialize these people and their legacies and the things that they have done for this city and this group of people. And there are 2 beer bottles that have the cap still on them, that are placed on the bar for you by Piper, who is Corsair's wife. Piper is a satyr. She's got medium brown skin and this like very short cropped red hair. Piper uses she, any pronouns, has these 2 horns on the top of their forehead that have these like silver caps on them. And her body is very much decorated in these ornamental white tattoos that stand out very contrasting from the dark color of her brown skin. And then her legs and the tail that he has they look like deer legs. They are like this reddish brownish fur and some like white spots on each of the leg. And there's like a really high slit in the skirt that she's wearing so that you can see the spots and you can see the tail kind of popping out of the back. She's got like a flute that is in their belt, almost like the way that you would carry a dagger or a sword. And the way that she bartends is closer to a dance than it is to a job, as they're flitting from person to person at the bar. But again, as the 2 of you, or the 3 of you, or the 4 of you, Corsair, Ward, Ruby, Riva, 4. As the 4 of you walk in, attention is put squarely on you as she places these 2 beer bottles down on the table and says, Riva, we had no idea you were visiting. We would have cleaned the place up a little bit more. I feel like it hasn't gotten a mop on the floor in days, and I just hi, welcome.
Piper, my love. And I think Riva like scoops up Piper in a big little hug, like a big squeeze hug.
Yeah.
Oh, it is so good to see you, and you know I care not for mops.
Good. Because I don't think we've ever mopped the floor of this boat. Looks over at Ruby, who is very clearly trying to hide under this hood. This cat. You're not Ruby, are you?
I think Riva does a dramatic.
Down. Yeah, good guess.
Time I saw you came up to my hips, and now look at you. You're all full grown, and your horns are big, and wow. Welcome.
Thanks. Wow, Mom, didn't realize you were so popular.
Oh, your mum. The stories that I could tell about your mum and the nights that she has spent on this here ship are many and
Really?
probably quite
Please
embarrassing.
do.
No, it's not
No,
my story
especially
to
the
tell.
embarrassing
No, it's not my. Anyway, drinks for you on
Please,
the
Piper.
house.
Please. We were just telling Ruby here how there's definitely stories that would make her want to wash out her ears. Would you like to share one of them?
Oh, well, let me tell you about the night that your mother managed to climb all the way to the top of the crow's nest with a pair of Corsair's underwear and hung it from the flagpole without them even knowing. And Corsair kind of gets a little bit like red in the cheeks that you can see under like the big
This is a very
bushy
important
brown
detail.
beard.
Were they wearing the underwear before, or was it a separate pair?
No, I was wearing them. I'm telling you, it was the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. I've never seen someone else be able to replicate it. And people have. And then they get kicked out forever. But we like your mom a lot, so we don't kick her out.
Mom, when did you stop being fun?
I have never stopped being fun.
Fascinating.
Riva responds with a deadpan. It's like serious. Like just dagger eyes.
Well, these two are on the house. Whatever else you want, also on the house. Friends don't pay here. You know that that's how it works. You let me know how I can help you, and I will be back. But until then, I've got many thirsty customers I've got to tend to, and I'm sure that Corsair will take quite good care of you. So, kiss, kiss. Lovely to
Yes,
see
Mom.
you. Welcome home. We missed you. She like
Missed you
clasps
too.
their hands together, gives you a nod, and goes, "All right, I'm fucking coming," and walks off to the other end of the bar where somebody is complaining about the fact that they don't have a drink in their hand.
I think Riva yells, "She's fucking coming, and if you fucking say anything else, I will have your fucking eyes."
Oh, you take your time. I'm not that thirsty anyway. It's okay. No, it's fine.
I think
okay.
I whisper over to Ruby, "Steal everything he has."
Just another sip of the drink on it.
Great. I mean, you guys can spend as long as you want in here. I'm gonna ask my friends on the other ship, was there any other ship-related scenes we wanted to have, or do we want to just skip forward a couple hours to you also arriving on Gloomwild? Going once. Going twice.
Real good.
Great.
I continue to get so.
Oh, you're shit-faced by the time
Can I-
you
Can I,
see.
as we're nearing the kind of, as the tenant's kind of preparing to dock in port, I think he will check in on, his wife, as maybe the sounds of screeching and like wine bottles clinking kind of continue to emanate from their quarters, and just maybe like pop their head in the door like, "You guys getting married?"
I think you pop your head in the door right as Rose is has one hand like stretched across the bed to like touch Nadette's arm and goes, "I'm sorry, you have how many? How did you land at so many X's? I have like 2.5. How did you? That's a
Well,
lot."
see, a lot of the time, I was 2 at once, but they didn't know about the other. So
How did you? How?
I
People are a lot of work.
very busy schedule.
we're gonna dock in like maybe 5-10 minutes.
Hi,
Just-
darling.
Hi.
Hi.
What was that about Exes?
Hmm?
What?
Never mind. Are you alright?
Just a question. Are we careening wildly through space at the moment?
No, we're slowing down.
Okay. I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not like doing a
Great.
barrel roll or anything right now.
Are you? So, is there something you could check like that? Should you check on the engine and make sure we're not like spinning? She like kind of does this so long that she kind of like almost falls off the bed and then kind of catches herself.
Just like reaches an arm out to grab the shoulder.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, engine's fine. Are you okay?
Great. Are you okay?
So good. We're going to Catacomb, yeah? There's plenty of places to drink there. Is this like a pre-game thing or?
Yep. I haven't been to Catacomb since the time I almost blew up with your sister, so that's exciting.
Yeah, great memory. Okay. That's funny, Mum also blew up here too. Maybe it's my turn tonight. I'm gonna like back out of the door and be like, "Rodella, do you want to check for any explosives?"
Very funny.
Sorry. You've got another leg, it's fine. And then I'll start parking the boat.
Great. Make me an investigation check to see if you can find a spot.
Okay. Oh, that's...
Mom said it's my turn to put on the happy music.
There it is. A dirty 20.
Great. Somebody is leaving just as you're arriving. It is the perfect moment. It's kind of like not a really good parking spot. It's kind of shitty. It's far away from everything, but it's a parking spot and nobody else seems to be wanting it. So it's all yours.
Okay.
Parallel park. The boat.
All right, girls and not girls. Mostly not girls. Okay, are we ready?
Link arms with Rose.
I don't want
Yep.
to. We have Ruby Senior with us, right?
Did you take them?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Yes, yes, you do.
I kind of like give her a bit of a sideways look, like, when was the last time you went catacomb?
A while.
Welcome back.
Thanks. It hasn't changed.
Okay. Hold on to your fucking pockets. Yeah.
Great. At this moment, an hour and a half has passed since we last saw Riva and Ruby and Ward. Have you been at the Sinful Siren the whole time? What have you guys been getting up to?
If I may, I think with Corsair, I think we've been. I would have loved to have been chatting with Corsair about a couple of things.
Sure, yeah, we can do that.
Hell yeah. So I think after a pause, Riva's like, where have my manners been? I would like to introduce you to somebody. Ward? And I gesture over to Ward.
Hi, I'm Ward. Nice to meet you. And Corsair kind of looks at you, Riva, for like a vibe check on this person. What's the vibe you're giving off?
The vibe is we have a lot to chat about, and there's business to talk about.
Great. Corsair is gonna bring Ward in for a hug, not one for handshakes very much. It's either like a punch in the arm or a hug, and doesn't really want to punch this undead looking person. So brings Ward in for a hug. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Any friend of Riva is a friend of mine. Welcome. Welcome to the Sinful Siren. Happy to have you here. And Ward's kind of like, thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here. This is a lovely establishment.
And this is Ward. Is this your first time here?
I believe so.
As far as you can remember.
Yes.
Great. Let me pour you a drink. And I think let me get the next round. And I think Riva, reaches over the bar, I think.
And Piper's not even gonna bat an eye about it.
Grabs 3 shot glasses and just pulls a bottle of probably the most bottom shelf swill that she can find and pours 3 shots out. And then actually, on a pause, pulls out a 4th glass and pours a 4th shot glass. And I'm assuming Ruby is not with us at this moment.
Yeah, Ruby's stealing.
We'll check back with you in a bit, yeah.
Okay.
Stealing from people.
I think Riva grabs a glass, puts one into Ward's hand, puts one into Corsair's hands, and leaves the 4th one just at the bar, and says, a toast. To the family here, and the family who've gone. And she slugs that back.
Corsair will lift their glass and look at Ward and wait for them to do the same. And Ward kind of lifts hers as well. And Corsair, looking over at Ward, well, it's your first time here, so let me tell you how we do this here in the Sinful Siren. We bring the glasses together in the middle, and kind of will demonstrate with you who knows this very easily. We bring the glasses together in the middle to celebrate the connection we have with each other. We bring the glasses in toward our chest to celebrate the connection we have with ourselves. And we bring the connection, we bring our glasses up to the sky to celebrate our connection with the sea, and we say, to each other. And then they down the shot. And Ward kind of very carefully follows in and then up and to each other, and we'll down the shot.
I think Riva's gonna carefully observe Ward as they do this. And does it feel familiar at all? Is there any sense of like what I'm trying to suss out is there anything left of Lawrence? Like, is there any muscle memory?
Set check.
Like, it's gonna be a 29.
A 29. Almost in the way that somebody would return to a game that they haven't played in a while. Sorry, there's a fly that just buzzed past my face.
Very atmospheric.
Yes, very atmospheric, very in character. Almost the way that somebody would return to a game that they haven't played in a while. There is an understanding of the rules of this place that seems to settle into Ward's brain. Almost as if this is like jogging some part of her that hasn't been rustled around in a while. That was great. That was great. Great.
Shake it off. If you need to wash your mouth out, there's some liquid over there. There's a barrel over there.
You know me too well, Reba. Yes, go. We'll be here. Please take care of yourself. You've got a long night ahead of you, I imagine. And Ward's kind of like, okay, yeah, sure. Corsair watches her go very gingerly before turning back to you.
I know.
Not often you bring a new guest, especially one who looks so familiar.
Tell me about it. She crashed my grandbaby's first birthday. Can you imagine?
Grandbabies?
I know.
How many?
Let me show you. And I think Riva pulls out the phone and does the whole bragging about the grandbabies.
Oh yeah, Corsair is eating it up.
But I've been too indulgent. I'm here on business, unfortunately. And
Oh,
not
my
just
camera! I was like, why is just making that face? And then I realized you could only see my forehead. I'm back.
Corsair, sweetie. Some deity, calling itself Xerion, sent over my dead sister to haunt me.
Must have pissed someone off.
Pissed a lot of people off. But,
Oh, well.
but this fucker decided to piss me off. I need your help. With a couple of things, if you don't mind.
I will do my best. You know, my responsibility is here. But my responsibility is also to the collective and the community, so I will do what I can.
What I need to know, got two things that are thorns in my side. One is trying to figure out how to find... And don't look at me like that, looking at me like I'm crazy. I want to find this god and give him a fucking piece of a pirate's mind.
Oh, okay, sure. You do that. If anybody can, it's you.
You flirt. You have a wife. And so do I. And why am I saying that that stopped any of us?
Takes another drink.
If there's anybody, anything, not any cuckoo, anyone who shows up this way raving about how to find the gods or a shard of one, I would do appreciate. If there's anywhere you can direct me.
You'll be the first to know, Riva.
The second thing I'm having issue with is a real big barnacle that stuck themselves to my boat. And
Was
I
it the
think-
one that you just sent to go drink the mysterious liquid in the bucket there where everybody pours their drinks when they're done with them, but they don't want us to know that they didn't finish it, and so it's just like a concoction of just shit. That barnacle.
You know for a fact that she did it first when we were kids. Let me get my revenge.
Please. Hey. I remember it well, Riva.
I was puking off that dock
Mm.
for 12 hours straight.
It took us 10 years to get rid of the stains, please.
I see it's
know.
still there. You haven't mopped. Who are
Well,
you kidding?
come on! What do you expect from us? We don't have time. We never close. When are we supposed to mop? I don't. We sleep in shifts because there are always people here. Come on, Riva. You know us.
Ah, the glamorous life. No, I'm talking about a different barnacle.
Sure.
And I think Riva gestures.
I wasn't
There's a-
going to ask, but
I know.
it
Either
suits
way,
you.
doesn't it? Unfortunately, there's a whole crowd of people who are paying more attention to the barnacle than they are the captain of the ship.
Oh. How dare they?
I need a little help finding the best cleaner you got. Someone who can, when the time is right, help me do a little bit of, what's the word? Cleaning, mopping.
I really like the metaphor that we're using right now, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've got no fucking clue what you want me to be looking for.
Have you lost your edge?
Yes.
Corsair.
I am old. My back hurts.
Please stop. We are still young.
Tell that to the bed that I sleep in that hurts my back even more every morning. Please, Riva. We are young at heart and old in body.
Then I think Riva's gonna switch into I think maybe like a common pirate's code or something like that.
Sure.
And just say like, I need somebody magical to remove this magical crown that's stuck itself on my noggin.
Kinda gives you a nod. You might have better luck in the other half of the kingdom, but if any of the snooty academics make their way over to us, I will let you know.
Please, and I will do my best to send some of those snooty academics your way.
Oh, please don't. I understand the sentiment, but I think they'll step foot in puke and then probably leave immediately, and it's just like a headache that I don't necessarily want to deal with at all.
Well, they
so-
will leave immediately. Think about the purses that they'll leave behind.
Oh, Riva. A woman after my own heart.
Ugh, I'm sorry we never worked out.
And another life.
And I give Corsair a little kiss on the cheek.
At this point, Ward wanders back over. What was that? That wasn't water. I don't know what that was, but I don't.
The spiritual concoction. We use it to cleanse the soul.
My soul is not feeling very cleansed. It's probably feeling very dirty.
There. Let me take you to one of my favorite spots. And I
Thank
think
you.
I will usher Ward over to the spot, I think decades ago, that Riva spent a day puking.
Great. Ruby, go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Slay. That's a 19.
Great. Go ahead and roll me 2 D100s.
Ooh, okay. Let's see what we got here. Where the hell's the other half of this? I'm holding it, that's why. That's why I can't find it. Fascinating. Okay, I have a 9 and a 53.
Great. You get 53 more gold pieces.
Nice.
And some sort of like mason jar that is shut very tightly with a red sloshing sauce inside that seems to glitter when the sun hits it.
Huh.
Yes,
Kind of is
sauce. Yeah, sauce. Yes,
Sauce?
Jess, it's sauce. Sorry, do you have a problem with the fact that your sister just found a jar of sauce in someone's pocket?
A loose jar
Okay,
of sauce.
well then maybe you roll at the trinket table and I'll tell you what you find, huh?
Okay, I will.
Great, roll a d100.
I fucking will. If it's sauce and it's pink, I'm gonna be angry.
It's actually just a 100 sauces.
Just different sauces.
Everything you
just
can
sauce
find.
taste.
42.
42. Tennant, as you are walking in the direction of the sinful siren, you find a silver horseshoe in someone's pocket and you snag it.
Okay.
I think he nudges Nadette and is like, first one to steal something wins. And then just dips a hand into someone's pocket and like turns around to Nadette like, hey, fuck? There's a fucking horseshoe in their fucking pocket.
Nadette already has something.
Yeah, Nadette has pulled like your coin purse out of your pocket. Like, come on.
Hey, give it back.
Give the poor farmer their horseshoe back.
What?
Who else would have a horseshoe?
Yeah, Mum.
Probably a farmer. They need that.
Horseshoes are
We're
lucky, don't blow
farming.
up your other leg.
Wait, are you guys
Can
selling
we
steel?
keep the exploding
steal.
jokes to a minimum?
I'm just saying.
Sorry,
Your
you never know.
bedside manner is horrendous.
You never know what's around the corner.
Tennant, go ahead and make me a perception check. Riva, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh no, I'm.
The pen.
That's a 29.
God. Also a 29.
Great. Tennant, you look up at the multi-layers of this ship, and you can see Riva standing, looking out into the crowds of people below, and Ward standing there just like coughing and trying to catch her breath. Riva, you look down and you see Tennant, Rodella, Nadette, Rose, and Ruby Sr. walking in your direction, and Tennant and Riva, the two of you make eye contact, and we are going to go to break. Don't change that Twitch channel. We'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. We'll see you then.
Oh.
Hello and welcome back. You're watching the Crowsney channel. Bum, bum, bum. We're gonna pick up right where we left off with Riva making eye contact with Tennant. What would you like to do?
I think Tennant goes from kind of, dicking around with Nadette and is casting a glaze. He's just casting a glaze everywhere. Looking everywhere, just kind of scanning his surroundings, and then he looks up and makes eye contact with Riva, and for a second there's just like pure relief. And then he sees Lawrence standing next to her, and Lawrence is like doubled over, throwing up, and standing at the bottom of this ship for a second. Tennant is 6 years old again, and he's looking up at his mother, and her sister is beside her, and she has a knife in her throat, and Lawrence's body drops. And I think this like awful moment everything is just covered in flame, and you see Tennant take like a staggered step back, and he just like looks away and has to take a moment.
What happened? I'll give you your pointers back if it's that sad.
What?
What's wrong? You got all like stiff and weird and
You're drunk. Let's go in here.
obviously.
I look at Rodella.
Rodella's looking back at you, but hasn't said anything.
I just do that. And then I take Rose's hand and I start walking inside the sinful siren.
As you take Rose's hand, I think they have missed this moment entirely, and so she just kind of like puts her cheek on your shoulder and falls a little bit, so it like smushes, and she goes, "Darling, would you teach me how to steal? That was very cool, and I think I could be quite good at it, but I don't know how. Will you teach me how to?
I'll teach you how to steal.
Yeah, like pickpocket. I want to be a criminal."
Yeah, I can do that. I think he
Yeah?
kind of frowns at like just the frost still glittering like in your hair, and his
Yeah.
hands kind of like smooth over it, and for a moment like there's heat in his palms, that infernal heat in his palms as he just kind of melts it away. He just goes, "Hey, I'm right
Hi.
here."
I think there's two of you at the moment, but it's okay because you have a very handsome face, and I like looking at it. So, two is better. Hi.
Okay. You stay close to me, alright?
Where else would I go?
I didn't hear that. I knocked my headphone out.
I said, where else would I go?
And just gives you a little kiss, and then
I think
Next.
you like press this little kiss, and like the flowers like double,
oh.
and her like the tips of her ears turn a little bit pink.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All of
Nanette!
you.
Oh, look at my other hand.
Gosh.
I think
That's-
Rodella's standing behind the rest of them and is looking up at Riva. Does
Ruby
Riva-
Senior is next to you, also looking up.
I think the
Ruby-
moment that when Tennant made eye contact, I think what he would have seen during a flashback was like a moment of like Riva smirking a little bit and smiling and having a little bit of like a childlike almost moment of sort of like razzing their sibling, sort of that sort of like smirk on their face. And when that moment happens, I think that sort of disappears and you see the sort of the business switch or like the at work switch that she's been trying so hard to let go and sort of enjoy and have fun and play. You see that come back. And I think when Riva makes eye contact with Rodella, can I ask for a little bit of an insight check with advantage? Is that something I can do? Or can I?
That is definitely something you can do. Go for it.
Seriously. Like, TT, could you give me a little roll to see what you see in Riva?
with advantage, right?
Of course. It's your wife.
Thank God it was with advantage. 17.
I think what you see is is vulnerability. You see it's sort of like light shining through a diamond and you see all of these emotions refracted like in her eyes. There's joy and relief and happiness and like 1,001 memories of being out here and adventures and like falling in love and it's also anger and frustration and the why are you here? Why there's there's a mix of like just a rainbow of happiness, joy, anger, sorrow, disappointment, confusion. It's everything all at once, and then it disappears, and then you just see, I think, why.
I think Rodella, who has just been looking at you just kind of unblinkingly, just a very, very steady gaze, sees that kind of unspoken question and just like a straight up, you know why. And then she walks in.
I think Riva mutters to Ward almost, I wish I were in your shoes right now. Come on.
What? Okay. Is there any actual water here, or is it all just not water?
Let's get you fixed up. I think there's some pickle brine in the back.
Oh, well, that's not what I asked for, but okay. We kind of in a free-for-all right now. You tell me you want to do something, you can do it.
I walk in, I'm looking for my fucking sister.
Sure, make me a perception check. Ruby, make a stealth check.
Sure. Good luck finding me, bro.
I'm pretty fucking perceptive, sis.
I'm pretty fucking stealthy. I got a 21. I didn't do that good.
I got a 32.
Great.
Okay.
What
sure.
can Tenant find you doing right now?
Yeah, just fully hand in some guy's pocket. Is just kind of like at the bar, and like someone is having a conversation with someone else next to her, and she is just kind of like just leaning and just has one hand that is sort of slipped into this dude's coat pocket, and she's like keeps like pulling little things out and being like, oh, that's no good, and then putting it back, and it's just like trying to find something decent.
Yeah, roll me a D100.
Oh, cool. Oh god. Hello, where's the other half of this I just had? Okay. 89.
89.
9, right?
You find a bracelet that's full of like very delicately carved silver beads.
Oh, that's nice. Kind of just grab it. Just stick it in my pocket.
Can I loop around the side of her and try and steal whatever Ruby has?
Sure. Go
Yeah, you want my
ahead.
jar of sauce? Take my jar
I
of
want the fucking sauce. I want the fucking sauce.
If I had known that sauce was going to be an issue, I would have taken it off the list. Go ahead and make me a stealth check. Ruby, make me a perception check. Actually, no. We're going to roll against Ruby's passive because Ruby is fully engaged in something else right now.
29.
Yeah, that'll beat it.
What do you want to take? You've got gold. You've got some sauce. You've got an earring, a bracelet.
You better get that sauce.
I think Tannen goes to just slips his hand inside Ruby's coat or cape pocket and just feels the jar. Like, the fuck? And so I think Ruby, when you look to the side of you, Tannen's holding a jar of sauce. He goes, where the fuck have you got sauce?
Oi. Hey, mine! Just take it back.
No, it's mine now.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I'll ask you the same question.
I barely know what the fuck I'm doing here. Why? I just texted Mom, alright? It was just, I wasn't supposed to be all of you.
Yeah, well, I lost my phone, innit?
Fucking... So what, is there a whole parade that's gonna come through here in a minute?
I think, it's about to say no and then squints and then it's like... You get one, you get all of us, you know the drill.
You know I can take care of myself, right?
Yeah, I do.
Cool, start acting like it, will ya?
Perhaps I'm the one who needed you, Ruby. Perhaps I was just lost without you and I needed to come after you because I missed you so badly.
Sure, flattery's not gonna get you anywhere.
Fine, fucking ungrateful. Start ordering a drink.
Sure, yeah. Piper will come pop on over and go, No.
I am.
God, she's about to be Anna. Wow. You've grown.
Yeah, that happens with time.
Yeah,
It
taller, not
does.
smarter though.
Alright, you wish you was tall as me, squirt.
What can
What's
I
that,
get
be a
for
walking
you?
beacon?
Okay. Come on. You know the rules. No fighting unless it's fist. What can I get for you, Tenant?
It's the usual.
Fine. We'll go off and make. What is Tenant's usual?
I don't fucking know.
Right. We'll get you just a gin, just a cup of gin.
His usual is like different every time because he always just says the usual, and they're like, I
Yeah,
don't remember.
No
So
one has ever known. Yeah.
Fine,
It's a gin with
that
like
works.
one large square ice cube in the middle.
Tenant gets
We'll
very
just hand it
anxious,
over.
like making decisions, so just says the usual and we'll take whatever gets
Great. That's what's
Yep,
put in
there it
front of you. It is a
I
cup of
love-
gin with one square ice cube.
Great.
Just straight gin.
Yes.
I guess!
I think
you
it takes
get
a tenant.
I think,
You've got a bunch of other options, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually not drinking tonight. I don't know why I asked.
Yeah, well, where are the others?
What?
Where are the others?
Glances behind them. What an den Rose doing?
I actually think Rose has like pulled everyone that they're holding onto to a stop. He's going, I have to call my sister. She's like down the street. Give me, hang on. I'm gonna start rooting around for my holo transmitter, and I'd love to call. What would happen if I just called Lavender up?
Hello.
Hi. I'll give you 3 guesses as to where I am right now.
Dorithium.
No.
You're not home. You're not in Everglen.
Go fuck no. Oh my god.
Are you here?
I am in a very particularly sinful siren at the moment.
Tell me you were coming.
I didn't. It's a long. I'm very drunk. Do you want a hug? Come here.
I will be there in. Hey, when can we wrap this up? I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Put me on speaker. Put me on speaker right
You're
now.
on speaker.
Hello, everyone. I'm Roisin Crowcolt, a member of the Crowcolt family, and Lavender of the Oaks is officially done with business for the day. Thank you. Bye. Take me off speakerphone.
You're off speaker.
Did it work?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Ari, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, I have to go. It's Roisin Crowcolt. I can't just not. And Ari goes, fine, we can finish this up later. Go have fun with your sister. Great, thank you so much. Pleasure doing business with you as my camera falls and I get shorter. Great, pleasure doing business with you. It's just gonna keep falling. What is happening? Nope, wrong way.
There you go. You got it.
I'll be there in 5.
Okay, great. The attendant is going to teach me how to steal things. So,
Oh, joy.
so watch your pockets when you get.
Oh, come on, you know I don't have fucking pockets. I live in
Yeah.
Glenwild. Hangs up the phone.
Do you want to learn how to steal stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think it'd be a very like cool and sexy thing to add into my repertoire. So
It's a big word for Elmo.
I'm a
Sorry.
princess, thank you. It's a very I'm keeping lots of big words in my pocket. Well, sound
Okay. Here's the plan. Ready?
Okay,
You're gonna
okay,
go
okay.
and you're gonna practice stealing from Tenant. Cause he's...
Okay.
Oh shit! They found Ruby. Look,
Hi,
they're all
Ruby!
together. No, don't. Shh, they
Oh,
can't know you're coming.
They are over there.
I did
They're
squat.
A little bit pre-boost. Yeah.
What happened to them? Are they alright?
Drunk. No,
Right.
Ruby, no one's fucking alright.
Listen, I know
That's
that.
not directed at you, it's
No
just
one-
a fact, alright?
It felt a bit directed at me considering that you're talking to me, but
Well,
you
you're
know,
just sat there, aren't you?
yeah.
Nice to see you, by the way.
Nice to see you. Are you okay?
No.
Great. Fantastic. all on the same page then.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Mum was bleeding out of her eyeballs though, like 3 hours ago,
What?
and won't really tell me what exactly happened, and was saying a bunch of really like, like I think there was a half second of like, how much am I gonna tell him, and then just starts telling Tennant everything, and is just like, yeah, and she was being really weird and was saying stuff about sheep and the butcher and all this other shit, and then we met this fish guy who just kind of showed up, and I think that she's trying to amass an army. I don't really know. She won't fucking tell me anything except in metaphor.
Okay.
But since we got here, we've actually been having a pretty nice time, so I feel a little bit bad spilling everything back on you right now, but
Great. Downs the gin.
yeah.
That's fucking Piper. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not the one, babe.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Something fruity?
Nope.
Yes.
I'm getting conflicting messages.
Yes.
Now, rule number 2 is you're not allowed to lie to your bartender. So.
All right, get Ruby a lemonade and me something that's not that.
Yes, I will get a lemonade for Ruby.
Because, you know, she's
Right.
underneath the drinking age.
Hey.
Wait, have that here?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Never mind then.
Yeah, I'll get you 2 of something else. Turns around and starts like clanking through bottles. Ends up with these 2 drinks that are in like these tall martini glasses that are this like bright blue, almost like neon, almost like it's glowing. And there is this like swirl of white that's in the actual drink. And then there is an arch over it that appears to be made of some sort of like bubbles that's just like resting very gently on top of the drink. And she puts them down in front of you.
You got me a drink with fucking bubbles in it.
Shut
I can.
up
Do you, want me
and
to,
drink
do you want me to fucking scoop the bubbles out?
Yeah.
Okay. Puts
Oh
her
my
hand at the
God,
drink and
prima
scoops
donna.
the bubbles out. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thought you were
You're
meant to be
lovely, by
married
the
to
way.
a
How are you?
princess.
Wait, what?
I said I thought you were meant to be married to a princess. Picking up a
Yeah,
couple
I'm-
habits.
I'm the one punching here. We all know that.
Right. Anyway, I don't know what we're gonna do, but Mum's upstairs with Ward, fucking drinking and probably throwing up, and I've just been down here stealing because she won't really tell me what exactly it is we're waiting for.
Yeah, actually, what is... I'm gonna open the jar of sauce.
I haven't been brave enough to open it yet. You
smells-
touched it, it's yours now. That's your responsibility.
It
It's not mine
it
anymore.
smells good. There's a little
I
bit
wanna
of
know what this
heat.
sauce
There's a
is.
little bit of heat to it. It smells kind of like a red pepper type thing.
Uh-huh.
Put it in your drink. See what happens.
Piper's
balls,
had her
you know.
hand in my drink. I'm not gonna put it in my drink.
Why, are you afraid or something?
You shut the... Puts a hand inside the jar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's gonna taste a bit of it.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because my con's really good. Oh, actually, my con's fine. 7 plus 8, so 15.
You can like feel the heat on your tongue. It's like a little spicy. Your like sinuses get a little bit clearer. But you're fine.
Oh, yeah, it's got a kick.
Yeah?
It's good. Besides the fact that it's maybe a little bit too spicy for you. You are, you know.
Oh,
Okay.
tiefling, nothing's too fucking spicy. What are you talking about?
You're talking to me, the DM.
Piper!
When Tennant starts yelling at the dungeon master.
Yeah? Is it good?
Yeah, it's fine.
At this moment, Tennant, you can feel something very heavy in your pocket.
Yeah, can I also smell like summer flowers and like yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ignore it.
So Rose,
I'm gonna look meaningfully at Ruby, like, don't you dare say anything.
Right.
Rose, you
Well-
reach your hand into Tennant's pocket. What are you trying to take?
Truly and sincerely, whatever's in there. I'm trying to pickpocket. I don't know what the fuck's in this pocket, but I'm taking it.
Tennant, what's in your
That's,
pocket?
Standing around the other side going,
There's a
I think
rubber
Rose
duck
is
in
like
my pocket.
squatted on the ground. What?
Potato rock! Rock-tato!
No, it's a rubber duck.
Oh!
Oh, hey, Jess, what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Which duck is this?
It's
What
a duck-
occupation?
It's a duck with like a mustache and a beard and like 2 little horns. Looks like Tennant.
It's Daddy Duck.
His occupation is never being home.
Jesus Christ. I think Rose does this like over dramatic hand movement that Dad is trying to mime and reaches in and like pulls it out and then like blinks at it. And then it just her forehead like hits your leg, Tennant, and you hear like sniffling.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start petting your hair.
Uh-huh.
Just sweeping in your like talking, but it's not understandable. Like, I can believe in me, and I should always be in there when you're harming me.
Yeah, I know.
Hello,
oh my God,
Rose.
This is my wife.
Hi,
Rose.
Ruby.
Hi!
Can like tilts her head back on Tennant's leg and does not stand up. Hi.
Could we
Something
get
to
something
drink.
You cut
special for
She'd love a
Rose?
water, actually.
Yeah, but like
No, I don't.
No, a special
No.
drink.
I'll get you something extra special. Give me just one moment.
Thank you.
I like your shoes. They're really nice.
Thank you, I think. Turns around, comes back with a mug that has hot chocolate in it, and we'll put it on the bar.
I will like brace a hand against Tennant's
He
hand. and
pulls you into my lab.
Great. Yeah, and just like I'm holding like the rubber duck in one hand and the mug in the other, and just like tears. Thank
Dad's
you.
gonna run over and be like, "Did you do it? I didn't see you. Fell to the ground."
Yeah, but there was a duck in there, and now I'm just thinking about my kids, who I love a lot, and because it's a tiny duck.
I'm gonna just look at Tennant and go, "What the fuck, man? Really?
What did I do? You're the one. This is your fault.
How is this my fault? You're the one with the duck." So like the
Oh,
farm with the
forgive me for
horseshoes all
taking
over
a
again.
trinket from home to remember my kids' life.
Well, you should have put it in a pocket that's easy to steal from.
I feel
Oh,
like I've missed a lot.
hi, Ruby. I'm gonna give you a big hug.
Hi,
I
Dad.
missed you,
Hi.
Guru.
Hi, I missed you too. It's only been like fucking checks her watch, and it's been like what, like 8 hours? Not even.
We're a really codependent family.
Right. Well, I actually got you something, and we'll kind of take the earring out and put it in one of the piercing holes on Nadette's ear. There you go. Look at that.
What does it look like? I can't see it.
It's shiny, and you look fantastic.
Well, obviously, I always do.
Right.
Where's
So-
Mum?
I think while all this is going on,
Please.
Rodella slips in and definitely isn't the kind of person that commands the same sort of presence that Reba would command. So they're able to slip in fairly unnoticed, aside from the occasional glance from people being like, leg, eye. But there's a lot of people here with missing limbs, so it's not that unusual.
You kind of do blend in.
Yeah.
So, I think Rodella heads right upstairs towards where she saw Reba, and just looks for her.
I think after making eye contact, I would send Ward down to grab a drink, or grab something, or grab some pickle brine or something like that from Piper. So I think it's just Reva on the second, or on the upper floor.
Okay.
And I think you'd find her, I don't know, probably, there's probably a little nook or a little booth That's like one of Riva's favorite spots, and has been one of like the favorite little corners of hers for decades. And I think Riva takes her spot, and like your spot is open.
Okay. Rodella comes over and just kind of instinctually goes there. And when she gets there, she sits down without really even needing to address you or look at you, and just kind of settles down. Hello?
I think Riva pushes over. I push over a glass, I think. And I think it's probably, I'm trying to figure out like what is Rodella's usual order at a bar. I think it's
probably something with rum.
yeah.
I think she likes things a little bit softer and sweeter than, yeah, she's not a hard drinker.
I think in this case it's probably like a rum and ginger and a little copper with a little dash of like syrup. And I think Riva has Rodella's like drink ready for her. Or Riva has Rodella's drink ready for her and pushes it across.
Rodella takes it and is just kind of like fiddling with it between her fingers. And she sits quietly for a minute, giving you a moment to kind of collect your thoughts and speak if you want to.
I told Tennant that he had some time off. And to be frank with you, I did not expect him to be spending it here instead of back home.
Yeah. Well, you didn't tell me much of anything. But we're not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to have a nice night. Thank you for the drink. And we'll talk later. And Rodella's gonna stand up, come over to your side, give you a kiss on the forehead, and walk back downstairs.
Can I ask, at what point does Ward come downstairs into the bar?
Yeah, great. Ward walks downstairs and kind of like just walks up to the bar and goes, Piper, can I just have like a glass of water? It'd be really great if you could do that for me. And Piper's like, we don't really have that here. I can get you a beer, but like a light beer. And Ward's like, yeah, that's
Ruby
fine.
just like rolls her eyes and it's just like, 1 minute, I'm on babysitting duty, and we'll go over and like has like a canteen of water on her hip that she, because you know, outdoorsy, and just kind of like shoves it over to Ward and is like, just fucking.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think Tennant, who hasn't really seen Ward yet, aside from through a crack in Riva's office door, after which they had the biggest mental breakdown of their life, is now just kind of sat perpendicular, like at this bar, and cannot take their eyes off of her, and is just frozen. And it's like if he was holding onto this glass in his hand any tighter, it might shatter, but he's just staring.
There is a moment where, though the clattering and clamoring of the bar does not stop, for you, Tennant, there is silence. And you can feel the sensation of eyes on you. But it's not Ward's eyes, because Ward is in the middle of a conversation with Ruby, thanking her profusely for the water and handing it back and trying to get rid of the beer that Piper is so very kindly being like, no, this will help. Trust me, this will help. And like, no, please, I don't want it. There is an old elderly orc woman sitting in the corner of the bar. She's got army green skin and wrinkles on her forehead, large eye bags. She's got these glowing yellow eyes and this like hood that's almost the same color as her skin that's pulled up over her head, covering this like mess of white hair. 2 tusks poking out of cracked and wrinkled lips, one of them missing the point, almost as if it was lost in some sort of incident. A septum ring that is like tarnished silver resting above her lips, and this necklace that's resting over the cape of teeth. And she's looking at you.
Do I catch her looking at me?
You can, it's like the feeling of someone's eyes are burning a hole into the back of your head.
Do I recognize her?
No.
I stand up and I just like look at her from across. How far away is she from
I'm
me?
still in your lap.
I think he gently kind of hands you over to Nadette and stands up very slowly, and his hand goes to where his pistol is.
She's not that far away from you. You're at the bar, which is kind of in the center of the room. She's in the corner off to the side. And she just looks in disbelief.
I think he very slowly, and this is like a moment where he transforms into Reva in this long coat and his boots clacking across this bar, this dirty ass floor as he walks across it. And just like the edge of his elbow kind of brushes Ruby as he passes. And it's just that like silent, like, check me, like, get my back. As he passes Ruby and walks
Her
over to
eyes
her.
stay like she is mostly keeps her body faced towards Ward, but her eyes are just watching all of this go down out of the corner of her eye.
He just walks up to her and goes, "Can I help you?"
Stories people used to tell about you. Wayland. Thought you were dead.
I think one of Tennant's boots comes up to the lip of the table and he shoves against it so the table pins her in her chair against the wall. And he like leans down and goes, "What the fuck did you call me?"
Hey, Captain Wayland.
Gun comes out. Ruby, you better fucking do something.
Ruby immediately, like, yeah, when that kind of like impact happens, she just kind of turns and immediately like is at Tennant's side. But like this is just like an old woman, right? Like, do I see this person as any weapons or any like?
Just sitting there.
10.
And Ruby Davies.
Close, but not quite, love. 10.
Just like you can feel the heat coming off of him, and his eyes are just like 2 molten holes in his head at this point. If someone could melt, actually, hold on, let me roll for it. Can I do a little bit of a hellish rebuke?
You have not taken any damage, so no, you can't.
Can I? Okay.
I put one hand on Tennant's arm. Sorry, ma'am, I think you're a bit confused.
Other
Right, 10, it's just a
people
confused old
may
woman.
have forgotten, but I will never forget.
Did you know them?
Who didn't?
Tenant, do we maybe want to get the lady a new drink and apologize for disturbing her evening? Maybe ask her a few questions? Yeah? If she's got stories she can tell. Oh.
You just walks back over to the bar.
The doors slam open as a slender half-elf with like tanned, sun-kissed skin and long, reddish brownish hair walks in, like black lipstick, sunglasses that are up on their forehead. Rose!
I think that Rose was already like kind of standing a little bit and wobbling, kind of watching this and trying to figure out what the fuck was happening. And then like kind of very slowly pulls their eyes from Tennant to Lavender and just laugh.
Runs directly to you, like comes and just like scoops you up in a big hug.
Hi.
Hi,
Oh,
what
you
the
look
fuck are you doing here? You look like you've been crying.
I was very recent. Then this very nice person whose name I don't know gave me a hot chocolate, and it did actually fix at least 50% of my problems.
That's
How are
Piper
you?
for you. I am great.
Great.
I need a drink, please, Piper. And she's like, yeah, it's already halfway in the process of being made. She'll come and she'll sit next to you. Oh, legit! Hi! Comes like kind of leans their head very gently on your shoulder and in a way of giving you a sideways hug. What the fuck are you guys doing here?
We're very drunk. Hi.
Great.
Um.
I've got some catching up to do.
Yeah. I had like there's a bunch of weird stuff going on, and then like Reva and Ruby left, and then we felt like we had to go, and so like Chaser and I almost said Chaser and Naomi, they're the same person. Chaser, well, I guess Naomi's technically my daughter now, so I can't. So Chaser and Cassandra came and they're watching the kids, which is crying. And now we are here instead of there. What?
Ring.
You cut out so bad.
We could give him a ring.
The thing is, I just finished crying, and I think if I call, I'm just going to start crying, and they're going to start
Another
crying
time.
because they're going to think something is wrong.
Another
So
time.
I'm just going to sit here and drink this hot chocolate, and try not to fall over.
Doing a great job of it so far.
You just got here, but thank you. Thanks.
Where's
Hmm?
Where's the man?
Why? Do I assume that she's talking about Tennant in this moment?
Yeah.
I kind of lean in and go, "No men here," and then I just turn back to the tavern and I go, "Darling."
I think when Tennant pulled away from this woman and then Lavender walked in and all of this, like, you know, big feelings and emotion and greetings, he just kind of like does an about point turn and just goes upstairs and tries to find whoever he finds.
There they go. Great.
Am I drunk? And no, let me.
Oh,
Am I feeling
hello.
offended because I'm drunk? Or was that?
Kind of a dick move.
I'll let you two catch up. I'll go grab him. Yeah, I'll just run up and talk to them.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
Okay.
I will
Have
sit
fun.
here.
It was good to see you. Kind of like.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be around, so.
Oh yeah, you live here. Okay.
I do.
You meet Rodella on the stairs.
I don't think Tennant even sees you, Rodella. I think he's like just got his head down, he's just storming and he like shoulder checks you and then he like turns around and like bite your head off. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
What? Is Mum up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Just keeps walking. I think if Reva's still sat in that booth, Tennant just flops down like opposite you. It probably does a mirrored.
Literally mirror images of like exasperation. I think Riva pulls out a bottle of just whatever swill that she's like snuck out from behind the bar and just pours a shot for Tennant and pours a shot for herself and then pours a third shot. Slams the bottle on the table, moves the glass in front of you.
Takes it, doesn't even look at you. Oh, fuck.
Do it the right way. Come on. Riva pours another 2. Up. Down. Come on. I raised you to be a better pirate than this.
Shut the fuck up, I'm not a fucking
Decorum matters.
I'm not a fucking pirate, alright?
I guess you're not. And then I think Riva just slugs it back. And then she takes the third, pours it on the table, slams it down.
Nice
So,
hat.
what?
Nice hat.
Thank you. It's my favorite. So tell me, did you ignore my directions to go and take some time off to what? Go get smashed with me? Really? Is this what? I told you to stay.
Yeah, well, I've never been very good at listening to you, have I?
You got me there. And Riva pours another 2 shots.
I'm not drinking anymore, Mom.
Then suit yourself. And then Riva's just gonna down the 2.
Can I insight check Riva from a genuine place of like, cause he's kind of looking at you and this fucking crown on your head and you drinking, and I think Tennant feels like the little bit of a mask of like, oh, we're having fun, we're in Catacomb again, we're pirates, and I think Tennant feels this like cold concern like sitting at the bottom of his gut. And I just want to make an insight check on you, like,
Roll it.
how are you doing without? That's a nat fucking 20.
This Nat 20 is sponsored by Die Hard Die. If you also want to roll your Nat 20s, go on, head over to Die Hard Dice. Use code Starlight10 for 10% off your dice order. DieHardDice.com.
On a nat 20, you would know Riva's not having a good time right now. I think what you get is a sense of, especially having seen like Riva with Ward earlier, I think you would immediately pick up that like Riva is traipsing through her old haunts, doing a lot of like her old, like visiting a lot of her old pirate spots as a way to figure out and see if like Ward has any memories as Lawrence at all. And I think what you're seeing is a lot of, I think, regret and a lot of I think nostalgia tinged with regret is I think the emotion that you see. The sort of wishing she could have done this with her sister again, realizing that it's not her. It's a plan in motion. It's a lot of, I think, not sure what she's getting into. It's a lot of, I think you see vulnerability in Riva. And I think you also see, I think she's giving a part of her life a little bit of a send-off, if that makes sense.
Tennant's never been very good at hiding the emotions that cross their face. They are pretty much an open book in that respect, and I think you see all of that play out as he sees it, and he sees right through you. And he does what he does so often with you, with Ruby, and he just does the kindest thing, and he looks at you and he says nothing. But he'll take the shot. He'll do the pirate salute and he'll take it.
To family. To crew. I feel like we should have always added like a fourth or a fifth one, you know, do a little star, maybe a little bit of pentagram nonsense.
So a fourth or a fifth kid? You?
Gods no, you three are handful enough. I meant with the toast.
Oh. Fuck me. Yeah, okay. Sure. You want to come up with your own salute?
Honestly, not a bad idea. 5 points, 5 salutes. I think we can make this work. Workshop it with me. You're good at drawing things out. I think I whip out like the rattiest, dirtiest like bar napkin.
Okay.
How should we do this? 5 points, right? Do a little upside down star thing as a little toast. Which 5 points be? What do you think, Tana?
To the sky.
To the
as
sky.
the crow flies. To the ground, wherever you'll go eventually. To the sea that carries us and sinks us. To the fires we were made in. And to us, because fuck it.
Have you considered poetry?
Shut up.
No, come on. Come with me.
No.
Come.
No.
I insist.
What?
I would like to show you off. And I'm gonna grab Tennant's hand. And I'm going to...
No.
We're going.
No.
We're going. And I think Riva drags Tennant. And I think at the top of the stairs, she hollers to the rest of the bar, and she takes all of her, I don't know, is this is this Leo rising energy? Anyway. I think she yells to the entire bar and tries to like get everyone's attention.
Make a performance check.
Tennant is like, you've got his coat sleeve, he's hiding around the corner like, not!
It's a dirty 20.
Great. We have most people's attention.
No!
Piper, get a round of drinks ready. Everyone. Tonight, we toast to friends new and old. I would like to introduce my son, Tennant.
Stop it!
A new age
Jesus.
of piracy.
I'm gonna push you down the fucking stairs.
Death to old gods. A new toast. Tennant.
The bar raises their glass to Tennant motherfucking
Who they can't see.
People craning their necks to try and get a glance at whoever they're talking about. And they raise their glasses and cheer. And Lavender goes over to you, Rose, and goes, "What the fuck is happening?"
I think, can I just, when that happened, and when Tennant left, I think Rose has not turned and looked and did not raise a glass, and has just sort of been, like, staring down into this hot chocolate. and just looks up.
Do we can leave. We can go somewhere else.
You know what? Yeah. Do you want it just you and me go on an adventure? Because I'm gonna be really honest, I'm feeling very tired of a lot of things right now, so...
Looks up the stairs where there is now like a clamoring of people who are trying to get a glance at Tennant, who are trying to talk to Riva, who are patting Riva on the back. Oh, it's so good to see you again. Oh, we've missed you. Oh, it's such a pleasure to meet you. And Lavender kind of looks back at you and yeah, it's... Yeah.
Thanks.
I think
I'll pull out.
I'm like, you probably hear some loud cheering as Riva like announces like all drinks are on the Crowcolts tonight.
I think Rose kind of just like pulls out. I don't know how much this fucking hot chocolate is. We're rich. It doesn't matter. I'll pull out like 3 gold and just kind of like put it on the bar. I don't want to do the math of breaking it down to silver. I'm gonna be so real.
Piper like grabs a styrofoam to-go cup with a lid with some tea in it and kind of like slides it across the table and slides the gold back. Drinks for family are always free.
Thank you. And if my husband comes looking for me, will you let them know that since it seemed like they didn't need me to not go far from him, I went to find my own evening.
Yep.
Thanks. I will stand, and I'm going with Lavender.
I think Lavender's gonna kind of like grab Ruby as they walk past and just go, I'll take care of her, but you have my number.
Right. Ruby, like, has been watching this fucking debacle on the stairs, just like like just like Riva started like introducing herself, started introducing like, let me show you all my son, and like there was a half second of
Oh no.
and is now just watching. Under her breath, it's just like, right, she's got in the air again.
Jesus Christ!
Can I make an insight check to see if I catch this expression?
Yeah.
Please go for it. I don't think Ruby's very good at hiding it, so you want advantage, have it. I don't care.
I'm drunk, so I'm not going to give myself advantage. However, I don't think I need it because that is a 22.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like this absolutely sad little forlorn tiefling who has just come back from like dropping off a new drink to this old woman that Tennant harassed, like cleaning up his fucking mess, and is just watching this.
I think Rose like looks at you, and you can see like she has sobered a little bit, and you can see even like there's a couple less flowers in their hair, and it's very like purely summer right now, and they kind of look at you and say, "Do you want to come? I don't know where we're going, but it's not here, so could be fun."
Yeah, I would actually.
Okay. I think I just kind of like hold out a hand to you.
I take it, and as I take Rose's hand, kind of the like little silver bracelet that she had stolen from before, that she had put around her own wrist, I think that she sort of like just sort of slips it onto Rose's as they go.
Yeah, I give your hand a little squeeze, which I think you would know without like a check that it's Rose saying like, you don't have to hold my hand for any longer than you want to, but I am here with you anyway.
Lavender grabs Rose's other hand, and as the three of you walk out, turns to Ruby and goes, "There is community in being forgotten." And the three of you can kind of walk out together.
Fuck me, Lavender of the Oaks. Okay. Fallen Oaks, excuse me.
Rodella, Nadette, what are you up to while this whole mess is happening?
I think after Nadette was like, I'll go find Tennant, seeing him just paraded throughout the bar, they're gonna be like, never mind. And it's gonna go and just kind of looks, I think, like, probably clocks the three of them leaving, and just kind of like nods a little bit. And I would love to find, with all the confidence of just such a drunk Nadette. I would love to find Ruby Senior.
Great. Yeah.
Just
Go ahead
saddle right
and
up.
go ahead and make me a perception check.
Let's see that. 8 plus 4, 12.
Great. Yeah, you can find Ruby easy enough because she's the only one at a table fully on her own. She is sitting off in like one darkened corner of the bar with like a stein in front of her that doesn't look very touched. Kind of saddled up with a book and is just sitting and reading.
I'm gonna sit down across. What book is it?
Oh, will you promise not to laugh?
Yeah. No, but you can. It's fine.
It's called Space Holes.
I had to read that for school once.
You know, being stuck in a gem for a long time makes you kind of fall out of touch with reading. So I'm trying to get back into it with simpler books.
Yeah, you know, that's a good way to do it.
Thanks.
Sorry I've been avoiding you the past year and a half.
It's okay, most of you have been.
No, I just must be weird for you. This. Me. I mean all of it, but, you know, my face.
It's actually nice.
Good, yeah. Can I... What do you miss most about the old days? Like, before things got real bad. Or I guess they were always kind of bad, but you know, when, you know, you were regulars here and all that.
The way that people part for your mum. The way that people step aside and let her command a room, a space. I miss that. I miss commanding that respect and attention.
Still could.
I feel more like I'm a walking ghost story than anything else.
Yeah. Did you... What kind of respect did you used to command? Tell me all about it. Reminisce. Tell me all the old war stories.
You've heard stories of your grandfather, yeah?
Yeah.
Of how fearsome he was.
Sure.
I could beat him in a duel in less
Yeah?
than a minute. Yeah?
In like what? Like swords? Like fists? Did it
Anything.
matter? Anything? I bet people thought pretty highly of you for that.
Well, I mean, yes. But it was also the knowledge that I could have killed him if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And the respect of the restraint that I didn't.
Can I make an insight check here?
Sure. What are you trying to get?
I'm trying to understand. I rolled a natural 20. I'm trying to understand.
This Natural 20 is brought to you by Die Hard Dice. Go ahead and use code Starlight10. That's the word Starlight10 at dieharddice.com to get 10% off your next order of dice. Die Hard Dice, Starlight10. Yes, what are you trying to get?
I'm trying to understand, like, if they really, like, if she really did have a sense of being respected, and if she, like, mourns it, wants it back, or if she's, like, wishing that she had, like...
Sure. Give me a moment to roll. Okay. There is, like, definitely a sense of honesty here of, like, there was once this respect that she had, but you also get this sense of, like, she is saying the words that she thinks you want to be hearing, not necessarily because she believes them to be true herself.
And, like all great stories at sea, there's some exaggeration, but how about we just don't do that? How about we just flat out? What was it like?
What's it?
Your life. What was it like? I mean, right, I hear all these stories from my mums, and of course they've got, you know, their view of how things happen, and I try to keep track of our family history, but it's a mess, really. So I want to know what it was like for you, from how you viewed it.
The life of a pirate is not all it's cracked up to be in a day.
Yeah, so they keep telling me. I'm gonna, like, grab the tankard from in front of her and pull it towards me. Can I take a sip? How so?
It's not all glamour and toast in a bar. It's choppy seas and losing the lives of your friends day after day. It's watching the man that you hate, that you love, leave you without a second glance.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know if I really want to talk about it.
Makes you feel better. I will not remember in the morning. I'm like a blank slate. You can throw it all out on me, and I'll absorb it and forget it. Wipe clean after some aspirin and bucket of water.
Tell me about your adventures, Nadette.
I haven't had a great many. I'd like to change that. I've actually been really into mystery books lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam got me into them. It's amazing how many twists and turns there are. People not being who they say they are, not disclosing relationships or buried treasure that's family heirloom. It's almost as crazy as our own history.
I think if anybody tried to write a book about our family history, people would say it was too unrealistic.
Truth is stranger than fiction and all that.
You're very wise.
Yeah. So, when Wayland, when he sailed away, do you feel relief at all, or just there, or what?
I thought he was coming back.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
That is doing some digging. That's not a nat 20. That's what's my insight? That's a 8 total. 4 plus 4.
Thought he was coming back for
her. Well, if I've learned anything, it's that the people we want come back usually don't, and the people we don't want can't get rid of them.
Laughs at that.
Can Tennant, like, come in between the middle of you? Like, please hide me. Please get me out. just hide me for a minute, please.
Ruby will kind of like move over on the booth to let you in. And
Just
then we'll move
head
back.
down, like, in between. Carry on. I wasn't never here.
Yeah, no. Definitely not the whole bar knows who you are now. That's exciting.
Yeah, I think, you know what the fucked up thing is that I don't think Mum realizes is that they already fucking know who I am, because my face was broadcast on every fucking screen in here for 3 weeks.
Oh shit!
What?
Well, Mum,
Why was it broadcast?
I'm far,
That-
Ruby.
the ant farm.
No, yeah, got it. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can tell Tennant's a little bit drugged out at this point. And you know what? Well, you know what else is fuck? I can't even fucking introduce my wife to anyone. Know why? Because I already fucking know her as well.
That's true.
They have already seen me fall in love with her and fuck up and just all of the worst parts of me they have seen in and out. And I still walk into a bar and I still get called fucking Wayland Crowcolt.
Who did it? I'll kill him right now. Where are they?
Sorry, Ruby.
Fine.
Look, how about you and I go for a walk, get some air? I clearly need it. Enjoy your book.
Thanks.
Grandma?
Yeah, that's me.
I don't know, what do you prefer?
Grandma's
Is it
fine.
Ruby? Yeah? Grandma? Grandma Ruby?
Yeah, Grandma Ruby's fine.
Grandma Ruby.
Tennant gives you a bit of a look. He's never calling you grandma ever in his life.
She looks at you, whatever you want to call me. Really, it's
Yeah.
no big deal. Yeah.
Ruby's fine. What are you reading? In a bar?
It's
listen,
porn.
It was.
Don't
it's
ask.
not-
Just
It
go.
was very kind of you to invite me here, but part of me feels like I'm here because you didn't want to leave me behind, not because you wanted me here. So
That's not true.
you don't have to lie. You're not very good at it.
He's really not.
No, you're a very valued member of the family, Rube. You're a very great pirate as well. Sorry I didn't let you sail, but, it's my ship.
Oh, was it go fight you on it?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm really sorry. Come on,
Fine.
Annette.
All right. Hey, do you want to go for a swim?
What?
I don't know. I'm gonna lead Tennant out of the bar.
Nadette? Fucking Nadette.
Listen, I'm acting. I'm not as drunk. I mean, I am drunk, but I'm not as drunk as I was pretending to be. It was a ruse.
Is this true?
Nadette believes it to be true.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you.
Yeah, you are acting. You smell. Yeah.
Something's up with Ruby. Something's up with Grandma Ruby. They were telling me things I wanted to hear, not things that they were talking. And they got really cagey. And I asked if they, and I don't know. They seemed kind of honest there at the end, but something's up. And I think we should keep a close eye, especially while we're here, because they were acting really dodgy. And I have several suspicions.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, Nadette. I'll handle it.
What? Sorry, got distracted. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Did you want to go for a walk or a swim? Because I will
see,
remind you, I can't fucking swim.
Yeah, okay, see, that was the bit. See, I was gonna look and see how Ruby reacted to swim, because, remember, one of them drowned? Someone did. So, maybe it's that one. I don't know. I'm spitballing. I'm gonna go through, every single one of our dead family members and ask very pointed questions at Ruby Sr. to figure out if she's actually one of them and not this dead relative.
I think Tennant steps up to you and just kind of takes your face in his hands. Like, Nadette, you're very, very clever.
I know.
You'll make a fantastic detective one day.
I'm a detective right now.
All right. I really just need to go for a walk.
Okay, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to
Okay.
make sure we're on the same page.
No. Yeah, page written.
Nice. Read it to me as we walk, Tennant.
With my face in Nadette's hands, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
You mentioned this is a couple sessions ago, that Nadette has been slowly changing her appearance and dyeing her hair. What does Nadette really look like now, and what has changed?
I think Nadette has kind of had subtle illusions up of their face a little bit, especially when at the main house. Just softer cheekbones, or slightly different shaped eyes, just like very subtle differences to not seem so much identical to Bernadette and Grandma Ruby. But I think right now is just kind of like no illusion is up, but just has like electric neon blue hair that's kind of like tied up in a messy bun, very frazzled, but like also doesn't really have any makeup on because you know they left in a hurry and it was like we need to pack, so it's just like truly Nadette with bright blue hair.
I think in like when he's got your face, face in his hands, and I think because you don't have these illusions up for like he realizes, I think he can track back and kind of like see that you've been doing these like slight bits of magic, and he kind of looks at your hair and goes, "What have you been doing to your face?
Hiding it
Why?"
because it's a face a lot of people have, and I am saving it for special occasion.
Respectfully, what the fuck does that mean?
Tenet, our mom raised you and Ruby to be soldiers, right? I wasn't. I was raised to be the comedic relief, the court jester, right? And you know, they have to. The court jester's the only one who gets to say the truth to the kings and queens and royalty, right? So I'm saving my face, so if I ever need to, I can look at our mum with the face of her dead sister and the eyes of her mother and tell her no. Because I don't know if anyone else can. So I gotta save it. Gotta come out with a bang.
Come with me. He grabs your wrist and starts like not frog marching you, but like starts dragging you down like an alleyway of catacomb.
Where are we going?
Just come with me.
Okay, I'm gonna trip if you keep pulling my arm.
There's this little alleyway. I'm just gonna make this up, but
It's canon now.
There's a little alleyway with these like steep steps, and he kind of like helps you down them so you don't fucking fall on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like one of the only alleyways in this city that are quiet, that don't have fucking piss and puke all over it. And at the end, you walk a few paces and you see this like flickering light near the end, and there are a few candles set up, and there's a few like kind of dead and dying flowers on the floor, and painted on the wall is a mural of Bernadette. And I think he like drags you by the wrist over to this mural that he was probably there when it was made, and kind of like stands there with like his hands on your shoulders, and then kind of like rests his chin on one of your shoulders. You are not her.
Of course I'm not. She would hate me. I couldn't even begin to be her.
Nadette. It takes like your chin in one hand and like looks at this painting. Nadette, you're completely fucking different.
Yeah, and that's the problem, isn't it? They need her around, and I'm not her. I'm not. And I don't want to be, and I think that's part of the problem.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Your nose is bigger.
Yeah.
Your eyes are a little bit darker. You got more freckles.
Freckles are my best feature, second only to my...
When she laughed, it was ugly, like a cackle. And yours is different. You laugh like you could laugh every day of your life and not run out. It doesn't make you a jester, Adette. It just makes you a good person.
I don't know about that. But thanks. And I'm really not kidding. I think Ruby Senior is up to something. I just got distracted by being sad. I hate being distracted by being sad.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's why I invited her. I know. We'll figure it out, but we've got a long list of things to figure out, and the fox is maybe not at the top.
Alright.
But I appreciate you keeping an eye on it.
Yeah. Can you promise me something?
Yeah, babe, what?
Pinky promise it first, and then I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
You get to retire early. You gotta do it. I don't care. You retire early and you be a stay-at-home dad. Soon. You build your weird stuff in your workshop.
Yeah. I would very much like to do that.
And more importantly, I need you to make me another promise right now. It's most important promise.
Yeah?
When I propose to Sam and we get married, will you be my best man?
Oh, fuck, my dad. When is this happening?
Oh, I was gonna yesterday, but 2 days ago. But Ward showed. I was at the after the birthday. That's the day I was gonna do it, but then Ward showed up and everything went all blah. So
Oh,
I
nice.
decided best not.
Can I see the ring?
Yeah.
Show me.
Gonna like go down and like pull it out of my boot where I've kept it safe. I'm gonna pop open the little box and it's like just a plain like silver band, but inside is like filled in with all of the like sawdust that she's compiled from fixing the stools in the bakery over time, so it's just like compressed in there. It's like it's our excuse to see each other. So now
It's all dusty in here.
Don't do that!
What?
It's sentimental, because all the times, like, I fixed the chairs in the bakery, real, and it's a joke. Well, not as a joke, it's an excuse to see each other.
Okay, inside joke.
It's in there.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very, very nice.
Thank you.
She'll love
Put
it.
it back in. Tuck it back in my boot. Will you be my best man? You didn't answer the question. That's rude.
Just wraps, like, arms around you and kind of, like, kisses the side of your head. Yes, of course.
Okay. Can we get away from the sad painting?
Yeah, fuck me. Yeah, sorry.
And we will leave the two of them there. I want to check back in with Rodella.
So
What are you up to?
Rodella came downstairs to potentially try and have a good night with her family, and they're all gone. So
Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
everyone left.
Mom.
the Crowcolts.
Everybody got the zoomies and eloped from the bar.
So I think Rodella, like, you know, once she sees, like, she was kind of like, you know, she saw the display with Tennant and she saw, like, them leave and everything, and she's just kind of standing there, and her shoulders just slump a little bit, and she's just like, okay. And, you know, I think she sees Ruby sitting at the bar and reading her book. And she goes and sits down next to Ruby, and
Head kind of pops back up.
what are you reading?
Space holes.
Good one.
Really?
Oh, well, I don't want to spoil anything. So.
Noted.
I'm sure must be strange being back.
Yeah. I would have never been able to sit in a corner.
Wow. Your daughter carried on that tradition.
She's certainly something.
Inside check.
Yeah.
His phone can't catch a break.
17.
She is certainly something. That's what you got.
Got it. I think as they're sitting there and kind of, Rodella looks around the room and everything and just goes, I got blown up here.
Oh.
I realize we haven't really talked a lot about
You?
life after you.
Do you want to tell the story or no?
I don't know. Do you want to hear it?
Only if you want to tell it.
Well, I met your daughter after applying to be her bodyguard, so we'd spent, I don't know, it's been a long time, a week, 2 weeks together, and I think Rodella starts to say something and then very quickly, like, I think if Ruby looks, they can tell that Rodella's kind of cutting out bits and pieces of this story. She was an interesting woman. I don't think I'd ever met anyone like her. And she burned. I'd never seen that kind of fire. And it was sort of an instant and strange kind of respect that I felt. And yeah, after a couple of weeks of kind of awkward conversation and awkward on my end, not Reva's. Reva's never awkward. Except for tonight, but we're drunk. All right, but after that, we were on the deck of our ship at port, just come back from a night here. Nothing happened, but I wanted it to. And I heard something, and I pushed her out of the way. And then I didn't remember what happened after that, thankfully. But all I really remember is the weeks and weeks and months of recovery that followed, where your daughter stayed by my side, looked after me, made sure Waylon didn't throw me overboard for being useless. And all the while, her little kids running around me and showing me their beautiful drawings, and Ruby showing me all the weird little animals that she kept finding on the ship in the middle of the sea, which I don't know how that happened, but... And then Bernadette, who was just as lovely as I'm sure you knew, and just as kind. And funny. She had the strangest laugh. She laughed so much. It was nice, because not many of the others did. But Riva looked after me. We talked. A lot. And by the time I was better, or at least better, I didn't want to be anywhere else.
She reaches a hand out across the table and very gingerly places it on top of yours.
They didn't have a lot of examples of how to be good, and so I assumed that came from you.
Thank you. Telling me your story. Or parts of it, at least. You know, fire can be dangerous and volatile. It can be destructive. It can tear down buildings and wipe away forests and leave no trace of anything behind. Fire can be warm and life-bringing and light-bringing. And you can get addicted to the feeling of flames on your skin.
It's strange that I like both aspects.
Don't we all? You know, Nadette, Ruby, Tennant, Rose, there is goodness in them. And I assume that comes from you.
I think they found that on their own.
I don't think they would have found it without you to guide them.
I hope they can keep it in spite of me.
I know they can. Because you have too. Rodella, goodness does not look the same on everybody. Sometimes it looks like chasing after the woman who carelessly left you behind.
I think I'd like a drink.
Me too. Shall we?
Yeah.
She'll close her book, put it in her bag, and the two of you can wander over to the bar. I love you, TT. Let's check in on Ruby, Rose, and Lavender.
Hey.
Hey.
besties.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Just a normal one over here. Don't even worry about it.
Uh-huh. Do you have a
we're-
destination in mind, or are you letting Lavender kind of lead the way?
I'm letting Lavender lead the way. I think if anyone knows where to go in this
I-
fucking city to blow off steam, it is Lavender of the Fallen Oaks, perpetually angry Oaks child.
I'm just gonna say, Rose, doesn't your friend have a bar here that's empty right now?
Yeah. We could. I mean, I feel like
I
she'd
feel like
probably forgive,
you're
right?
close with her, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Fairly.
say. Yeah.
Got friends
I
in
mean,
high
I've been looking-
places.
I've been looking for a reason to learn lockpicking, so really we're better to practice than
Right.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She doesn't really
Okay.
seem smart enough to lock the doors after her, so, you know.
She's smarter than you think.
I
But,
don't know
like,
about that.
kind of give you a little wink.
Mm.
Yeah, let's go break into Sucker Punch, actually.
Lavender is going to steer you past Bastard Alley on the way to get to Sucker Punch,
Mhm.
and is going to run inside of the home that they spend most of their time in, which is like the Crowcolt home on Bastard Alley, and grab like a tote bag full of something. And as she
Nice.
brings it out, it clanks and jangles.
Hey, Snail, really, can I ask you a very quick question?
Yeah,
Here, as
sure.
we're here on beautiful Bastard Alley.
Sure.
You know, I've been like standing outside, just kind of like looking around. Can I just like take a little look down the street, perhaps in the direction where I believe the keeper's home is, and just kind of take a peek, see if I see a specific leader of the keepers who is also my husband's ex?
Yeah, make me a luck check.
Okay. Come on.
Make
16?
this- Let's get messy. Let's get messy.
Sure. So for anyone who doesn't know, Bastard Alley is a row of homes in Catacomb. These like really nice Victorian style homes, not as big as the Crocolt estate, but just as lavish, where the elite that used to rule the streets of Catacomb used to live before they were kicked out and probably kidnapped and murdered by the crime families and the crime organizations that have moved in. The houses are organized in alphabetical order. Everybody has to move if a new organization wants to come and settle in. So new organizations often don't because it's a hassle and everybody hates it. And so the Crowcolt home is near the beginning of the alley, and the keepers are in the center. There is an individual. I forget, James. You told me at one point what Flint looks like, didn't you?
I did. Do you want me to describe what Flint looks like?
Please.
Okay, this is all off the dome. So Flint is like a 6'1" figure, kind of very broad-shouldered. Typically wears like a nice kind of tweed jacket in like a slutty shirt and like a little bolo tie. Is a mixture of Aasimar and Tiefling blood, and as a result of this, has these like pure golden horns that kind of come up and twist back, and their skin is golden, kind of that like solid Tiefling eyes as well that are also kind of a slightly paler shade of gold. And I believe has red hair, if I remember correctly, but it's in kind of like a short masculine cut. Just a slutty little guy.
Yeah, dressed
I
in
am
like I
obsessed
think
with.
like a swooping black V-neck with like a bunch of necklaces that are layered and like a crossbody bag over their shoulder and is locking up the home behind her.
I think. Do you have the information on Flint pulled up? Can you remind me of Flint's pronouns? I know I made them.
She,
up
Any.
before. She, Any. Nice, thank you. I think Rose is sort of like arms crossed outside of this home, and then like spots his figure, does a double take, looks at Ruby.
What?
I'm about to do something very stupid.
Yeah?
I'm gonna nod towards Flint.
Would I recognize this person? When did Tennant date this person? Like, because Ruby,
Like when
does
it was
not-
much, early 20s.
Yeah, early 20s, and also presumably was not brought home.
I was gonna say,
No,
yeah, Ruby
no.
doesn't-
Rose knows
okay,
that.
yeah.
No.
It's just looking and is like, oh god, I know you're mad at Tennant, but
What? No,
Well, I
no.
wasn't gonna
That
judge or anything, but-
that's one of Tennant's exes, I think.
oh my god,
You wanna go say hi?
I would love to. Actually, yeah, would make my night.
Lav, we'll be right back, darling. And I'm gonna start walking down.
Digging
the
through
street.
cabinets in the home.
Can't wait to fucking see what they're doing. But that's a problem for later, Rose and Ruby. Like to kind of stroll up and go, hi, sorry to bother you.
Oh, hey!
Hi, by any chance
Hey.
are you Flint
Uh,
of the Keepers?
yes. Hold your hand out. I'm Flint. Nice to meet you.
I will kind of like take her hand and shake. Hi, I'm Rose Crowcolt. It's nice to meet you. I'm Tennant's wife. I just wanted to.
Oh,
I'm Ruby, and I'm
Jesus.
so sorry for your loss. For however long you were together. That's unfortunate.
it is a pleasure to meet the both of you.
You too. We were just gonna go break into my friend's bar and get drunk. Would you like to come? No pressure. I know this is sort of an odd situation.
Yeah, up to you.
Kind of like pulls the hollow transmitter out from her pocket, looks at the time. Fuck it. Yeah, I would love to.
Lovely. I'll introduce you to you probably actually already know my sister. They're the
Oh, Lav?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's my sister.
Yeah, we're close.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I hate to take up your time, but you probably have some fascinating stories, and I am in exactly the mood to hear all of them.
I would be honored to share.
Amazing. All right, Lav, you got everything you need. What the fuck is that, by the way? Why are you jangling?
He's like locking the door behind her. Looks like she just got caught in the act. Well, number one, I thought that maybe Chaser would not appreciate us drinking all of the supplies, so I brought my own. And number
Okay.
two, you said you needed something to blow off steam, and I
I
figured,
really do.
what better way to do that than smashing stuff? So I
Oh,
brought stuff to smash.
Don't ever tell anyone else this, but you are my favorite sister in this moment.
I know. I think. And Flint kind of, hey, Lav. Where are we going?
Sucker Punch.
Oh, you're friends with the owners of Sucker Punch.
Yeah, something like that.
Great. Let's go.
Let's do it.
And the
I
four
would
of
love to
you
go fucking break into Sucker Punch.
can start walking. Diana, if you were to set a DC for the lock that is on the door, what DC would that be?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm telling you this not only because I really want us to be able to break into Sucker Punch, but because I think that Chaser has lost her keys to Sucker Punch so many times that the lock is in fact a little bit busted from the amount of times
sounds
that she
great.
has had to pick the lock to get
Great.
into her own bar. So I want to say it's like maybe like 12 or 13.
Great.
Not like super
Um,
high.
Incredible. Lavender's also going to give you Rose Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you.
To do this, I need to remember what her die is. I think it's a D8, but let me just double check.
That feels correct.
I'm going to double check. It is a D10.
Oh,
Ooh.
hell yeah. Good for them. Okay, I'm not proficient in thieves' tools.
Slide of hand, baby.
You got it. I am not bad at that. Okay. Okay.
You're a dexterous lady.
I am pretty dexterous, and I have jack of all trades in that.
You do.
Oh!
Hey, baby, that's a natural fucking 20.
Yeah!
You expertly maneuver your lockpick, your makeshift lockpick, a bobby pin that you found at the bottom of your bag, to get this janky lock off of the door, and you can swing it open and walk into Sucker Punch. It looks haphazardly closed, as if almost like they left in a rush. Stools that are like put up on tables and on the bar. All the lights are off. Like the broom and the full dustpan are still left out of the closet. There are some dirty glasses still on tables. Yeah, please.
Detail.
Please.
I think that on the like shelf, the multiple shelves of liquor that are like kind of up behind the bar, that are more like the higher shelf, like for display kind of bottles. I think that there's about a dozen rubber ducks, with different occupations that are kind of just scattered around.
That's very cute. Take a point of inspiration for that. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Feeling normal.
Writing duck inspo.
I think
Lavender will start unpacking the tote bag.
Nice. I think as we kind of walk in, can I like take like a selfie of myself with the rubber ducks in the background and send it to Chaser and just say, 1, you need a better lock, and then 2, sorry, I'll replace everything, love you, with like a little heart.
I would love to send back a selfie of Chaser with little baby Naomi like strapped to her, and Chaser has like big sunglasses on and has also found little ones that match hers for little baby Naomi.
Oh God.
And it's just like, no worries, didn't know you were gonna be in town though, would have left something out for you.
I just reply, neither did I, and I put my phone away. Okay, well, smashing things 1, getting drunk 2, what's the order?
I think it'll probably be more fun to smash things when we're drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, great.
Great.
I would love to smash something, but we can drink.
Or like
Sorry,
start
Flint,
laying out shot glasses.
You've kind of walked into an interesting evening. I'm sorry for the energy. If you at any point need to go, please know that you can.
No,
You're getting apologetic, you need to drink more.
I do.
You're sobering up. You're apologizing for things, that means you're sobering up.
Give me anything.
Yeah.
God, give me anything.
No, this is probably far more interesting than anything that I was going to get into this evening, so.
Right, well, happy to assist. So please, just tell me everything. Because they won't talk about
Please
it.
don't tell me everything.
No, I want to know
like,
everything.
I don't want to know everything, Rose, please.
Sorry, not everything. What
Takes
were
a
they
shot.
like?
Dark, broody. I imagine that's not very surprising.
No.
Par for the course, pretty much.
Yeah.
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 Fascinating.
It's like a little bit uncomfortable in like the sense of like I like feels a little bit of camaraderie with you, Rose.
Mhm.
Of like I would love to tell you stories, and then looks over at Ruby and feels like this is the part that's making them uncomfortable. It's not the you of
Sure.
it all, it's the Ruby of it all.
Sure. Listen, I'm actually gonna go pick out a couple bottles to smash. Do you wanna help me?
I would love to.
Great, Ruby, I'll save you something to break.
Right. Thanks.
Breaks it.
Take your
Yeah.
time.
And then yeah, okay. I kind of give Ruby a little wink that I'm trying to say, I will tell you the best bits later. But not the
Right.
parts you don't want to hear.
He just kind of gives a little nod and is like, I need to catch up and start drinking.
Yeah, Lavender has poured both of you like double-sized shot glasses, and is going Ruby, Ruby, Ruby,
Lavender's always know
Ruby.
how to make a girl feel welcome. Yeah, we can just drink and chat. I'll just
Great.
start
I'm
asking her about
smashing shit.
how Bastard Alley is.
Great. We'll just follow you, Rose, wherever you're going.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'd love to go over to like what is it? It's like a duffel bag, a tote bag of just
Yes.
bottles and shit. Is that?
It's got like cracked plates, like things that have been like a little bit broken but not fully broken. It's got like I think probably a couple of like Oak's family heirlooms that Lavender's been saving for a bad day. Yeah, just like a bunch of shit in it.
Can I kind of like squint at the Oaks family heirlooms? Is there any like what kind of like how heirloomy are these heirlooms?
There's probably like a really, really nice like glass, right? Like this crystal glass that has like a design that looks like golden tree roots under it. And it's like, you know, a gift that's given to each Oaks family member when they come of age. Yeah, and then there's probably like some like really big gems that are like very, very breakable that Lav shoved in there.
Yeah, I think Rose kind of like opens this bag and stares at the Oaks heirlooms for a minute. And I think even though like Flint is here with them, there's just a moment where like the kind of like jovial, yeah, let's go fucking party kind of falls away. And there's just this like very thinly veiled like frustration and sadness. And they just kind of like pick up this cup and look at it. And then just sort of like set it to the side, I think, putting it aside for Lavender to break because it is not hers to do so. And then we'll kind of... So, yeah. I'd love to hear about all the thing. Sorry, I'm a bit
Drunk?
unhinged, just drunk, off my rocker. There's all kinds of
Yeah.
I'm normally more together than this. It's important to me that you know that.
Well, first of all, that I look forward to seeing you another time in the future when you're more put together.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't date for that long, couple months. Mostly just got up to, you know, stupid kid shit here in Catacomb. There's some graffiti I could point out that we did.
How far is it?
Probably not very. We could probably see it from the roof.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just like pick up like 3 plates because I think I want to throw them off the roof. Yeah, okay, let's go to the roof. That'd be fun.
We'll kind of grab a bottle and shove it under their arm. Okay, yeah.
Nice. I don't know if I know how to get to the roof, but goddamn, I'm gonna do my darndest.
I think Flint kind of leads you outside and looks around, almost like they're doing a calculation, and begins to scale the side of the building, like almost expertly. Gets to the top and then drops a rope down. I got you.
I think Rose honestly kind of like looks at this rope and looks up at them, and there's just a moment where Flint can see like white, like fear on her face.
Hey, I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Sorry, how far up is this? How is it like 1 story, 2 stories?
Yeah, 1 story.
How many feet is 1 story?
I don't know.
Would we say it's like maybe in the vicinity of 30? Okay, not 30 feet. Like I could face step up here, hypothetically.
Yeah.
Right. I would like to just kind of take a step back so I don't ruin Flint's rope, and I will kind of being surrounded by these flames of summer shoot up to the top.
Oh shit! That was fucking awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not good with climbing and ropes and
That's
things.
fine.
Just kind of a bad. Thank you though. Thank you. It was very kind of you. I just bad memories.
No, it's just still not used to seeing magic used so openly.
What do you mean?
Oh,
It's not illegal here, is it?
No. Just where I come from. It is.
Oh, I'm so. Oh, wow! I didn't know that there was. Sorry. Are you okay with me, magic?
Oh
Does
my
it make
god!
you...
Yeah. Oh, you don't know? Do you not know what I do?
No, I actually know very little about you. I just know that you run the Keepers, who we work with sometimes, but not very often. That's more like Reva's kind of
Oh, okay.
I just throw money at things so they put our name on something and people like us.
Well, you're quite good at throwing money around, I'll say that.
Thank you. I am uniquely qualified for that
Yeah.
particular field.
We smuggle magic shit into the system of bounties. That's what we do. So
Oh, that's neat.
yeah, pretty
for
cool.
you.
I mean, because the people there aren't allowed to use
Right.
magic in the traditional way, so we find untraditional ways for them to do it. Like I can't do any magic myself, but
Mhm.
I got a bunch of magic shit that helps me. So
That's really lovely.
Yeah.
That's a very cool thing. Well, I'm happy then to do magic so you can see the benefits of my brain is not working, but
okay,
yeah. I'm gonna throw this plate on the street real quick, just
Do
to
it.
kind of
Yeah.
great, thank you. Just-
it feels good.
yeah,
I
it
don't know if
does.
you've ever been to like a Wreck-It room or you ever like smashed plates before. It feels fucking awesome.
Pennant kind of took Rose there to break one on Dorithium, but
I mean, you, James.
oh no, I haven't. But God, it
Yeah.
would be life changing if I did.
It feels
I
fucking
just
awesome.
know that about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This I needed this. Yeah.
Points. The bumblebee, right there.
Like, oh, yeah,
Tenant helped with that.
yeah. They it's cool to see, like, I don't know, traces of. I'm drunker than I thought I was. Give me a minute to get my brain working. Okay, yeah. That's like a keepers thing, right? It's like
Yeah, it wasn't originally. I just like
Nope.
bees.
I don't blame. I'm a big animal
Yeah.
person. Yeah. No, they're Tenant doesn't necessarily always see eye to eye with me on that specifically because I keep bringing animals into our home. But yeah. No, I think there's something special. Animals, and I guess technically insects because bees aren't animals. I think.
You
Is that
know,
true?
I'm not a science person.
No, neither am I. Not
But-
remotely.
I think bees are cool because they bring out the best in what's around them.
What do you mean?
I mean, flowers wouldn't bloom as boldly or as brightly. Plants wouldn't grow as much. Trees wouldn't bear fruit. They help the things in nature reach their full potential. That's why I like them.
That's a really nice way of looking at that, thinking about them. I feel like most people just kind of look at something like that and like sort it away, you know. But that's actually a very nice sentiment.
Thanks.
Yeah, I Tenet's kind of like that, you know. I don't
Tell
know
me
if you
more
do,
about that, please.
you know, just bringing out the best in me, I guess specifically. I don't know about anyone else. This may surprise you, but I used to have a couple sharp edges on me.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He is good at making you feel like you are the best version of you.
Yeah. And he's good at. I feel like nobody's used to look at me and see like me, you know? And I don't know, I guess being loved by them and loving them has sort of taught me that there was a me to look at, and that was worth looking at. Can I ask what happened at the end with you two? And if that's too personal, you don't have to tell me. I know you just met me like 10 minutes ago. So
No, I mean, it was so long ago. It doesn't feel very personal anymore, if that makes sense. We wanted different things. He wanted to travel and see the galaxies, and I was just planting my roots, and I didn't feel ready to go. It was amicable. I heard whoever came next wasn't, but for us, things ended fine.
do I know? Can I roll? Do I know in the timeline was that me the
Who
first
was that?
time?
No.
It was not. Do I have any fucking idea who it was? Was it
make
to
a
be a
history
goddamn
check.
motherfucker time? My best friend in the world. Oh, that's like 1.5 million. That's a
Yes.
24.
Yeah, it was Tadia.
Kind of just like nod a little across my arms. Yeah, what was the deal with that? Do you
I
know?
don't know. I just heard it was like explosive.
Ah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get it out of them either. Probably just because I'm nosy. But
Yeah. Try prying for you.
it's okay. No thanks. I think and I think Rose like sobers a little bit and just kind of like stares down to where that broken plate is. No, I think this isn't really the time for either of us to be prying into anything. So.
What inspired you to bring me here?
I mean, you wanted to show me the graffiti, technically.
No, not here on the roof. I meant here
Oh.
to the bar.
I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of coming loose at the seams. I don't really know why I'm doing anything right now. Which, no offense to you. You are lovely. You are wonderful.
No, I don't take any offense. It's okay. I don't offend very easily.
I don't know. I guess I kind of feel like I'm like I've got like a handful of sand, and the harder I try to hold it, the more it starts slipping through my fingers, and I'm just sort of grasping at anything.
Well, then stop holding sand and start holding something else.
I would love to. Fortunately, life just keeps handing me more sand. Sorry.
That's okay. You know, I heard if you put enough pressure on sand, it turns into glass.
Okay, I don't
She
know
takes
how
the
to...
bottle and chucks it off the roof.
Yeah, I'll just kind of take a plate and like throw it over my shoulder a little bit. Thank you for this. This is probably not how you thought you were going to spend your evening.
No,
It's not how I thought I was going to spend my evening. So I thought I'd be at home with my kids. And I'm here throwing plates off of rooftops.
Kids,
Because-
that's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. Got 3.
Oh,
Really wonderful. Just
yeah.
Really.
Congratulations. That's great.
thank you. Thanks. We should probably go back before I get too sober and start getting really mad about a lot of things and really sad about a lot of other things. Yeah.
I can't help but feel like there's something that you want from me.
If there is, I don't know what it is. So I don't know. I guess it's not often that I meet people that aren't related to Tenet that know him. Or what know what it's like to be loved by them. I guess I don't know. I guess I just feel like I'm losing them a little. And I don't know why I thought you would know what to do.
No, I mean,
like I said, seams coming apart.
I get it.
A mess.
I understand when you feel so special to be loved by someone. Feeling that slip away stings.
Yeah. And I mean, I know he still loves me. Like, it's not anything. Just like an hour ago, right? They said, don't go far from me. And then in the bar, I called him over and he looked at me and he walked away. And he left. And I don't know what to do with that. You know? And I just feel like I'm always just waiting for them to come back. And worrying that they're not going to because he's gonna get stabbed, or something bad is gonna happen because something bad always happens. And you're not the person I should be unloading this on right now, and I'm so sorry. I think unfortunately we've sort of like popped the cork on the bottle and it's all pouring out.
Listen. there are some people who are very good at leaving and at staying away. And based on the fact that I still hear from him every couple months, I don't think Tennant's very good at it.
Yeah, the problem is, when I get pushed into the wrong kind of place, I am. And I'm scared of a lot of things right now. And I don't want to become a person that I don't recognize anymore. But I can't ask them to help because he's so busy helping everybody else that I feel like if I ask, then he won't have anything left for himself. But I don't have any left for myself. And I don't know what to do. So I'm here throwing plates off a rooftop, crying in front of a complete stranger. You're very nice, but and you are not the person that I should be saying this to, but I don't really know who I should be saying it to anymore, so here I am.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, that would be great, actually, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Okay. And we'll kind of wrap their arms around you and pull you in.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
talk to them about it. Because you may be making an assumption that he doesn't have any part of them that they can give you, but that might not be true. You know, he may be the person in this life that you know the most about, but there are still some things that all of us keep close to our chests. And
Yeah.
here's the thing about being loved by Tenant Crowcolt. There is always a part of them that they set aside and they keep safe for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, he's been very busy setting aside all those places for everyone else and not
They can
much
make
for
time for you.
himself. He needs
If
time
anyone-
for himself.
Hey, if anyone can do it, you can.
Yeah, I'm particularly stubborn. I don't want to be the reason that they don't have what they need to come back.
You won't be.
You're very kind, but you don't really know what you're talking about here. There's a lot going on. I don't know. Yeah.
Bees only sting when they're afraid. Don't give in to fear.
I will do my best.
Let me
Thanks,
help you
Gwen.
down.
Yeah, I can only do that once a day, so that'd actually be great if you don't, don't mind.
Is there anything else anybody wants to do before we call it for today?
I mean, me and Nadette, we're gonna go find my wife.
We'll leave that for next time.
Okay.
think- You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I think Reva's been holding court in the bar, telling captains and sailors like that she's back and looking to assemble a new fleet. And I think in this moment, in this place that has never been mopped, that hasn't changed over years and years, she flashes back to being a teen and having Lawrence show her that trick with the plank in order to steal an earring. And she remembers spending time getting pranked by her sisters and drinking from that bin of swill. And she remembers bringing Rodella to this bar on a date and laughing at her discomfort and getting a foot stuck in a rotten floorboard and laughing in the corner and stealing kisses. And I think Riva makes her way up excuses herself, has another swig from a bottle, like, climbs out a window, crawls up a ledge, and you see, like, on, like, the side paneling, you probably see, like, names scrawled in the way that, like, teens and, like, goofballs, like, carve their names. So and so was here, and she climbs up and finds a little section that's almost like a little bowsprit on a ship, and I think it overlooks the mural, and, like, you see, like, scrawled, like, Riva and Bernadette were here. And she takes her bottle for family. And she pours a healthy plug out on the carving and then chugs the rest of it herself.
There is a warm feeling inside of you. And it's hard to tell if it's the liquor or the memories or the both of them swirling together. TT?
I think that's a great place to wrap it up.
I think so too. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for our triumphant return to Tales from Beyond Crow Lane. We will be back next week at the same time, same place for our next episode. See you next time. Bye.